These pricks have failed me miserably.
Surrounded by pricks.
You stupid pricks!
Who are these pricks anyway?
Welcome to Prickast 5. That's right, we've actually done 5 of these, somehow. And today, we are joined by Kane.
Hello, how you doing?
Mike the Gaming Jew.
Shalom Aleichem.
And Red the 8-Bit Dinosaur.
Hello, and by the record, those two idiots were talking about 007 and saying that Daniel Craig is the worst of all. Let me first tell you, he has the best cars, and second of all, I don't care about your opinion. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Red's just salty that he wasn't chosen to be Colombian James Bond, that's all.
Okay. Well, that's, I guess, a small tease for a future Prickcast where we might do a Bond-themed Prickcast and talk about Bond movies and Bond cars and actors who played Bond. Maybe we'll do that somewhere down the road. But before we started recording, we were talking a little bit about James Bond, in case anybody was wondering where that came from. By the way, Yuji Outlaw cannot join us today. He has some real-life stuff going on, so we hope Yuji's all right. Hopefully, he'll be here for Prickcast 6. The irony
We love you, Yuji.
Is it time to send the gonk yet?
Yeah.
It's his turn now.
you get one free pass, but if you fail to show up to more than 2, then the gonk gets sent after you.
Ah, okay.
That's the way it works. So
I thought it was a free strike system, you know? Like
no,
one
it's 2 strikes. 2 strikes, then gonk.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
But the irony is, he was supposed to be the opener for 5, and I was going to open 6. But it's okay. We'll just do it this way. It's totally fine. So if he shows up for Prickcast 6, he gets to do the opener, in case anyone was curious. Because we do like to rotate whoever does the opening and whoever does the closing of the Prickcast. Just to keep it interesting, I suppose.
I like that.
So we got a wide variety of topics to discuss today. We're all bringing something to the table. Plus, we'll have Prickmail as usual during the end of the Prickcast today. But I guess we'll go ahead and we'll talk a bit of a wedding that is coming up. Somebody's wedding's coming up. It's been kind of a big deal. And Mike, pre-wedding jitters, cold feet.
I don't know whose
is it
wedding
happening
it is.
or not happening? Are you excited for the big day?
I am absolutely, positively excited. I cannot wait. Seriously. You know what? I think the waiting is the worst part. It has to be the worst part because I've just been sitting here chewing my fingers down for the last 4 weeks or so, and since we got everything completely sorted. But yeah, it's very exciting. This is going to be the last Prickcast for me as an unmarried man. So that's when you put it like that, it's kind of crazy actually. Obviously, Yuji's already married, and Red is already married, so they have tried to help me with what is to come. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited, and not only that, but I mean, I get to hang out with Kane, Yuji, and of course the glorious Mr. Slowly himself, Snake Freezer, as well. In real life, they're going to be here for the week leading up to the wedding, which is going to be amazing. And we have some plans for some stuff, some real life videos and sort of content to put out. Isn't that right, brother Kane?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I actually think it's just really awesome. Mainly because, I mean, it doesn't even have to just be about the wedding. It's also, like, kind of monumental. Like, we spent all this time as, just guys that shit talk on the internet and just play video games really badly, right? Yeah. And it's kind of crazy. We're now at a point where we're actually going to meet each other in person for the first time. I think it's crazy and also kind of humbling.
It is actually. It is, because we have, like you said, we've spent a lot of time talking shit on the internet, but it hasn't just been, sort of being in each other's streams, streaming with each other, playing games together. We talk a lot outside of stream and outside of making content as well, and we know a lot about each other's personal lives and stuff like that. It is essentially it's a brotherhood, like including GB and Red. What we all have together, we have like a really sort of I don't want to say clique, because cliques go down quite badly, don't they? But we have a good bond between us. I think we have a nice and a good friendship between the lot of us, and it's going to be great that at least a few of us can put that into real life and see how it floats. We are going to do a lot of crazy shit, and there probably will be copious amounts of alcohol involved. I mean, some of the things that people can expect is I'm most probably either going to video it or live stream the day I meet Yuji, Kane, and Snake at the airport. We're going to have a giant fucking sign saying I put it on my community tab that I wanted people to tell me what they wanted me to write on the sign. I think the options were Captain Slowly, Mr. Slow, or Blithering Idiot, and unanimously Blithering Idiot won. So now I've got to find a big piece of card that's going to fit Blithering an Idiot on there. I shot myself in the foot, really, putting that as an option. So that should be fun. And then we're going to do some other stuff as well. We're going to go karting, of course, which is, I think, what most people really do want to see. Seeing as my channel grew on me doing GTA Online races only, race playlists and stuff like that. And that's how I met Mr. Slowly and Hammond and everybody. Sorry, I didn't say his name properly then. Hammond and other people. Sorry for yelling. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see a real life race between us as well. That should be quite fun. Are you excited for that, Kane? Who do you think is going to win?
I mean, honestly. I'm a lay my predictions down. I'm never wrong when it comes to anything. Everybody knows that. Just ignore certain matches, certain bets, and other things. But I'm betting Mike will be winning the go-kart races by a landslide.
Do you hear that? Slowly, I'm going to win and you're going to lose. How about that? I'd be interested to know what GP and Red think, actually. Who are they going to think is going to win?
I don't think either one of you are going to win.
Oh, okay.
You two are going to be fighting for last place.
Well, there's me, Kane, UG, Snake, and then there's two of my real life friends, Jay and Alex, and then my brother-in-law, Jordan. So there is going to be 7 of us all together. I'm honestly worried. I might as well say this now because it's, I'm worried that Mr. Slowly is going to beat me. Not necessarily come first, but I'm worried that he's going to be a bit of a sneaky bastard and probably bring some bananas and act like he's in Mario Kart and throw bananas at me in go-kart. I feel like he's going to win. I'm worried about that, but I shall. There is a plan in place to ensure that Mr. Slowly doesn't cheat.
Oh, really?
What is the grand plan?
Well, I mean, I suppose I should probably say it now because he already knows about it anyway. So I have organised with my 2 real life friends and my brother-in-law that, and obviously paying UG, and if you want to join, you can. We're going to box Mr. Slowly in at the start of the first race.
Wow. We're
going to give him the old tactical pursuit and containment maneuver, and I'm going to sail right past him.
Oh, don't worry. I'm already in on the plan.
I told you about it, didn't I?
I don't know. I think the plan might be up in smokes now because I think Slowly watches this show.
He does, yeah. But I think he's heard me say it on stream before. You know what, Mike? I've got a fucking large. I can't keep my shut about anything.
Oh yeah.
So I ruin my own shit all the time.
And not only that, how many times have you done that to him on GTA?
Oh God, it's immeasurable the amount of times I've done shit like that on GTA. So I should suspect, he should expect it, really, shouldn't he? If he wants to beat me in a race, he's going to have to do what he does in GTA and, get other people to help him out.
Yeah.
But it is my stag, though. Remember that, Slowly. So I don't think anyone's going to be on your side on. But there's other stuff we're going to be doing as well. I think me and Kane toyed around with the idea of doing a human dartboard.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny. I mean, a painful but a funny.
It would be painful, yeah. The idea is to paint a dartboard onto our stomachs or our backs, and lob darts at each other.
That sounds stupid.
It does, yeah.
That actually makes me kind of happy that the UK didn't let me enter to the country. All that shit. In the first part, I was listening. It was like, okay, someone is gonna get a nice black flag and a nice ban on the track. And the second one is
someone's going to the hospital.
That's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad.
We didn't get your prediction right. Who do you think's going to win the race?
Anyone except you. Or
what?
Mr. Slowly. I think you're gonna get. If you box someone, you're gonna get a black flag. If you beat the others, everyone gets a black flag and disqualified. So basically, Snake wins if you do that. So
you don't want that to
happen.
Right.
Plot twist.
All right, backup plan. We're just gonna have to wing it.
Well, my original plan we've got GoPros for mine and Mr. Slowly's helmet, and I was originally going to buy a dildo and stick it on his helmet at the beginning of the race. One of those suction cup ones. Without him knowing, obviously, I'd go over and pat him on the head. Good luck, Mr. Slowly. Slap the knob on the back, and then Just, just let him drive around. Can you imagine him driving around so happy that he's beating me in the race, but with a giant cock hanging off the back of his head?
That would be amazing.
It would. But Mrs. Jew was not very happy about my idea of buying a dildo from the internet. So, yeah. I mean, I don't blame her. Well, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? If I'm like, yeah, can I buy a sexual aid, please? But so that went out the window. But, I'm going to find ways to slope. There's going to be many ways to mess with him. I think he's bringing all of his blood pressure medication. I think that's what he said. He's going to need all of his blood pressure medication while he's here. And
Lord.
I have a question. Do you fix the issue of Snake with pink clothing?
Yeah, he doesn't want to do the pink bow tie, and so we've scrapped the idea of doing pink bow ties. Mr. Slowly has in fact showed me, Kane, and Yuji a picture of his outfit, and all I've got to say is desert camo.
What?
And another thing I have to say as well regarding it, it was a big fuss over nothing, really. I mean, I looked at the suit, and I mean, I'll be honest, it wouldn't matter what color tie he had. He could have a fucking black bow tie on for all I care, or a blue bow tie, and it would still just look like, hey, he's just wearing a suit. Like, come on, Slowly.
Yeah, it didn't really matter, to be honest, but Mr. Slowly absolutely refused to wear pink. I don't know what that is. I genuinely, personally, I think he'd look rather spiffing in a pink bow tie, with his beard and all. But I shan't bog him down. I'm going to be bogging him down enough while he's here. So if I can avoid bogging him down with a fashion item, then I shall. But yeah, so we have got everything sorted now. Mr. Slowly has showed us his suit, and he genuinely is going to look like a desert soldier of some sort. It's a very snazzy, spiffy suit. So, but yeah, I mean, there is going to be a lot of stuff that's, coming in terms of footage and stuff. I think Kane's toying around with an idea of a pretty epic face reveal, possibly. So,
oh yeah, the face reveal for people that can't open up Instagram.
Yeah. So that might be quite fun. And just I think the camaraderie itself will, lend some epic moments, and also at the end of it all, I get married to, let's be honest, a quite beautiful woman indeed. So, very happy.
The thing is,
lucky man you are.
Thank you, sir.
Like,
you're welcome.
It's not. I don't know why you talk about desert camo. It's like he's gonna. I know that I don't see it, so I'm talking in completely ignorance in this way. But it's like he's gonna wear like a fucking military vest on yours.
No, it's not a military vest. I don't think. No, you know what? I'm gonna send a picture of it to the Pricks chat now.
Okay, just so we can have a visual at it.
Yeah. And I guess those watching the video, you can also see what we saw.
Right, there we go. I've popped it in now, chat.
All right, let's have a look.
But yeah, I mean,
I think he's going to look marvelous. I really do. You know what? I don't care if he turned up in 2 trash bags. As long as he's there, that's all I care about. He's my best man, and he's a man that I trust, incomparably. So, of course, I'm happy to have him there. I can't wait. Oh, crap, I didn't press enter. Sorry.
Good job.
oh, you
Big oof! Yes, moron!
I see.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
that's a nice
okay.
looking suit, though.
That's not bad.
It's very deserty, sandy kind of color, isn't it?
He could wear a pink bow tie with that. That wouldn't be a big
Exactly.
deal.
Yeah.
See? Have you heard this, Slowly? Everybody agrees a pink bow tie would look bloody marvellous with that, and you have to go and pick something with World War II aeroplanes on when you come into a Jew's wedding. Good job, mate.
I mean, like, I'm looking at it again, and it's like, come on.
Especially if everyone else is wearing a pink bow tie. What's the big deal?
I mean, my suit's a grey suit. I think UG's is a blue one.
Yep.
We're not too bothered about, when we were given the option to have a pink bow tie. I mean, hey, it's free fucking clothing. I'm like, hey, it's free shit.
wanted the pink bow tie because he wanted to keep hold of it and take it home with him. And then when he has a child, his exact words were, I can tell my child, Uncle Idiot made me wear this for his wedding. I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. That's
a cracking idea.
Have to be referred to as idiot, but all right then.
Well, when my baby sister got married, I was one of my brother-in-law's best men because he's a friend of mine. And we all wore gold bow ties, which is obviously a nice bow tie, and I still have mine. And I didn't throw a shit fit about having to wear a gold bow tie, even though I'm not really a bow tie person or a tie person in general. But I was the best man in someone else's wedding. I had another friend that I was one of the best men for, and all we had to wear was black jeans and gray polos. Once again, that was his choice. And as the best man, you just wear what the best man wants you to wear without making a big fuss about it. The same thing goes for a pink bow tie.
Yeah. So what we've learned here is that my wedding is going to be a great time, but Mr. Slowly had to be picky and not choose the pink bow tie, didn't he? It had to be. I mean, he wouldn't be Snake Freezer if he didn't say no to that.
Well, that's a good point.
But that's pretty much all I have anyway. I'm just very excited, gentlemen. And GB and Red, I'm sorry that you guys can't be there. But as we have said before, there probably will be a drunk video call or two. So,
don't worry. There will be a
look forward to
plethora
that.
of calls.
This Pricks group is going to light the hell up at ridiculous times at night. So,
Oh, God.
he's so excited by it. He's like, oh, I'm going to lose my phone that week.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Mike,
What
though. Whenever we would call them at those ridiculous times, I mean, it's
Oh,
like...
it would be ordinary time for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they'd be having their bloody dinner.
Well, that's true. Yeah, because y'all
We
are
call
5 hours
GB and he's
ahead
in the
of us.
bath.
Yeah.
Whoa, hang on a minute.
Well, 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah. As long as we don't call you when you're on the toilet or in the bath or getting attacked by your cat if you're Red.
Yeah.
Red.
Man, feel for you,
Don't
Red. I
worry,
really do.
I'm gonna fill all my with business meetings. So all the time the cell phone is gonna be on quad mode, and I will be with something to do. Like it's like, oh, look at this. Oh, anyways, let's continue with this presentation. So
Red.
that's.
Did you just decide now that you were doing these business meetings, or have these already been penciled in?
Well, to be honest, I could put more if you want to. I have some good deals to solve as well. So if you're more than welcome, yeah, I can put more. And they say, oh, the gaming just calling me out.
Yeah,
Anyways,
look at the
let's
time.
continue
I've got to
with
go
this
wash
shit.
my hair.
No.
Oh, dear.
Let's continue with this Excel presentation.
Oh no, my PowerPoint isn't working. But yeah, I would love to have had you there, lads. But obviously, it's different times, different economies, and things like that. It's very short notice. I understand,
and
but
legal stuff,
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate you guys have other stuff to do, but there'll be a group of us there, and you'll be there in spirit, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we do wish you and Jess a long and happy marriage, and I hope you all have a very good time. But no human darts. No.
Yeah,
Hey,
human
GB,
darts.
it's going to be your wedding at some point, so we're going to have to all suit up, refuse to wear pink bow ties, and come to your wedding.
Well, don't worry. I'm not going to force any best men to wear bow ties at my wedding if we ever have a wedding.
Hey, it'll
think he's
happen
gonna
at some
take my
point, brother.
route. I think he's gonna take my route. It's purely
just
legal
low-key.
or something like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice low-key celebration.
After,
well, I'm
after
sure
Riley
it'll
and I
happen at
get
some point.
a few more things taken care of. We still got a few more things ahead of us, paperwork-wise, legal-wise.
Yeah, of course.
But once that's out of the way, I think our plan is simply just to go to the courthouse, justice of the peace, and just do it that way, and then just tell everybody, "Oh, we're married." Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're married. Yeah, did we tell you? Sorry for the late
It's just
notification.
that
chat, but
part,
you can't come.
the pomp, the circumstance. I mean, it's awesome for others like you and Jess and my baby sister and her husband. Of course, she had to have a big wedding in New Orleans many years ago. But some people they're just happy, like Red and me, just to take our significant others, just go get married.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? In terms of weddings, it can be absolutely outrageous and over the top, or it can be very low key, but the result is still the same. You're spending the rest of your life with your favorite person.
Exactly.
Most
as long as it's the right person, that's what really matters.
That's it. Yeah. You don't want to get divorced and married 5 or 6 times in a
screw
row.
that.
Do it once, do it for life. That's it.
Yeah, that's
I
always been
hope
my
so.
philosophy.
You bring that word, or you're gonna get sued, and later on you're gonna have jack shit. Not even where you're gonna sleep. Divorces are crap.
Yeah, definitely. Don't need to worry about divorce. It's not going to happen to me.
Good.
It's definitely not going to happen to Red. And when you and Riley get married, GB, it certainly won't happen to you guys, because you guys are, like, you can tell you guys are perfect for each other. It's brilliant.
Well, thank you. And Kane, these are valuable lessons that you need to be considering when it comes to your future spouse. It will happen one day,
brother.
Kane.
It
You
will,
have to be
brother, yeah.
patient. You have to focus on your life, improving your life, and eventually the right person will come along for you, Kane, but there's going to be probably a few wrong choices as well. So you got to be mindful about that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to ride in a few larders before you get the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
I'm playing Among Us right now.
We're trying to give him a valuable life lesson. He's like, "Who's sus?"
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. She looks kind of sus.
Oh god.
I don't know.
Just don't judge
Johnny.
your future relationships by playing Among Us, all right? Don't go, yeah, she looks sus. I'm not marrying her.
It's crazy how it goes. I mean, you could find the love of your life tomorrow, Kane, or it could be a decade from now. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
gamble. It's crazy how it works, but when it happens, it happens.
I mean, like, I've met a lot of crazy fucking people in my time when it comes to, like, dating and shit. I mean, I don't think there's batshit insane when it comes to somebody like Amber Turd, but I mean, I'd say that they're around that ballpark in terms of insanity. You know?
Yeah.
Well, bloody hell. I mean, like, one of my old exes recently popped up the other day, like, threatening me with some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I haven't spoke to you in, like, years.
Wow.
What's going on here? I'm just trying to play fucking Fortnite no build.
I think as a group of men, we can all agree that when women want to be crazy, good lord, they're good at it. They are good at it. And that's not a sexist remark, of course, because men are equally as crazy.
And
I think it's
stupid.
just women have... Yeah, well, no, we're way more stupid than women will ever be. And that's
We're
why
stupid
women live
like a
longer
landslide.
historically. You know, women live longer because we are stupid. That's why. We're so easy to please, so easy to be excitable, and then we're also very stupid and die earlier. But, you know, it is what it is. I think I might change my gender to that of a microwave, because microwaves seem to have a great long shelf life. And
I mean, it's
2022.
Do what you want to do,
Exactly,
man.
dude.
I mean,
all
microwave.
right. You heard it here first. The gaming Jew now identifies as a microwave. I don't want to hear
The
he
gaming
or she.
microwave. There you go.
I want to be called the gaming microwave for the remainder of this Prickast episode.
Oh my
It's Mike
god.
the microwave.
Mike Rowave. I'm going to
microwave.
change my last name to Rowave. Oh my god. Brilliant. Yep, there we go.
It's my
But yeah,
best
that's
friend,
pretty much
Mike
all I've got.
Microwave.
Yeah, here's my mate, Mike Rowave.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm done with the wedding talk, chaps. I thank you for all of your well wishes and whatnot. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I guess for everybody who's listening, next time you hear of me on this magnificent podcast, it will be as a married man.
Oh.
So awesome.
Married Mike.
Yes, married microwave.
There you
Wait,
go.
does that mean Jessica would have to be called Jessica Rowave?
Yeah,
I don't think she's
Mrs.
gonna
Married
go
Microwave. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah,
Jess
I'll
hates
swing
us
that
now.
by later on. Let's see what she says.
We're on a hit list now.
Yeah.
If she busts in this room now and throws an actual microwave at my head, I would not be surprised or shocked. God bless her.
Yeah. And Snake, there's nothing wrong with wearing pink.
Yeah.
That's the perfect
Like,
button on that segment, isn't it? Like,
real-
there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with
real,
it. Snake.
like,
A real man
I
wears
know-
pink. That's what I've always been told.
yeah,
There you
I
go.
love
That's an
my
episode
pink
title right
blazer. I love my pink blazer. I wear several pink shirts. I'm actually looking forward for some pink sneakers as well. So maybe in sneakers, I'm probably like the Antichrist. But yeah, let's close that segment.
That was perfect. I think that Kane's right as well. That might be a nice title. Real men wear pink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Real men wear pink.
Yeah, right. So, what shall we discuss next?
Well, I mentioned Among Us earlier.
Among Us.
And there's something that it's not really Among Us, but it's a mode inspired by Among Us that's in a game that we've been playing quite a lot recently, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. GB and Mr. Red.
Yeah.
The Fortnites, the new season started a few weeks ago, I believe.
Yes.
Can you
Uh,
explain to me, Kane? Can you explain to me about this Among Us mode in Fortnite? Because I haven't seen anything about it or heard anything. I'd love to hear about it and see what it's like.
All right. Well, it's basically the same as Among Us, but except you're in the Fortnite field of view and all that. Like that, it's in the Fortnite, story. I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, it's just like Among Us. You have to, do all your tasks to win, and the imposters, they have to kill all the players to win, And you can vote people in and out and all that. And, Red and Riley and I, we've been playing it a bit recently, a few times. Mostly just to fuck with randoms in the voice chat rooms in imposters. Because, I mean, we've been playing it a lot recently, and some of the reactions you can get are fucking hilarious. Like, real talk. Like, you think Rec Room was like a shit show.
Oh yeah.
You haven't seen anything yet.
So is it like a full lobby of people? So it's not restricted to a standard Among Us game of 15 people?
I think it's 10 or 12 people in the lobby, but I mean, regardless of the player limit, it's still pretty fun, surprisingly.
Ah.
Like,
it would be quite interesting if Epic were to implement a full lobby version of that. So, how many people are in the standard game? Like 100 people?
Yes, 100
right,
people.
So can you imagine 50 being designated as imposters and 50 being designated
I don't think that
as...
would work. I think that's too big.
Maybe. I think it might be
Yeah.
quite interesting, though, if you give the opportunity for people to run with weapons as well. That might quite turn it into a mess. Fun.
I don't know.
That was just a rubbish idea.
Yeah. Actually, it was a really
Yeah,
bad
that was
idea.
rubbish.
But don't worry, everyone has its bad takes. It's okay.
That was a brain fart.
Yeah.
An absolute brain fart. Sorry. Carry on about Fortnite Season 3 anyway. I'm sorry.
All right, so after the amazing event to end Season 2, the Collision event, which, by the way, a little plug, Mr. GB actually made a video of him giving his opinion on the event and, what he thought was good about it and, how he thinks, it's pretty good. After the event, it's basically kind of like those interwar periods, because I have honestly no idea about the Fortnite lore. All I know is there's like a war going on, and basically the war is now over. It's kind of like a peaceful period. You're just chilling at some weird ass tree, and I don't know. That's basically what's going on, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the battle pass is really good this time around as well. Like, there's a lot of really nice skins, like for female characters. And even some of the male characters as well. And also Darth Vader's in the pass as well, which is another, good point. It's another good thing about it. But yeah. I don't know. I don't really know that much. I can't really say that much. I mean, there's a few good things I liked about the season. I think it's good that they kept no build. I was surprised that no build didn't get removed. But I think Epic did say like a few weeks ago, like, after they brought back building, they said they're keeping it in the rotation forever, which is good because fuck the building in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
definitely agree with that.
Like, that shit is only really like fun if you're playing like Save the World. I think it only makes sense in Save the World, to be honest. Because it made sense in the story of Save the World. Like. But yeah, no build Fortnite, best Fortnite.
So is that going to dip out and dip in, or is it going to forever be there so
It's
that you
permanent.
can click?
It's permanent.
So they won't take that out and keep just building mode on for a while. They're going to leave it there so everyone has the option to do no build whenever they want.
Yeah. Here's the thing: when they first added it, a lot of the die-hard Fortnite fans got very angry because no build was there, for the first week of the season. And they were like, "Oh no, we can't build anymore. We can't build towers the size of the fucking Taj Mahal." It's like, bugger off, man. Like, this is what Fortnite should have had, for a long time. Like, no build Fortnite is so much fun. Like, it actually makes you have to think instead of just going boop up beep boop.
Yeah.
And then I never liked the building, to be honest. Even before the sweat started learning how to rapid build it, because I thought it was a cheap tactic.
It is. It's why can't you die like a man? If I'm going to fucking shoot you, why can't you die like a man? Why have you got to build an entire mansion before you die? That's stupid.
Exactly.
You just take the bullets, dude. Take the L. That's it. Stop putting up fences to try and stop yourself from being slaughtered by me and my epic skill.
Exactly. I mean, in Warzone, back when I used to play Warzone a lot with, Mike, before, obviously, the Kane-pocalypse happened. That's what I'm calling it now. I mean, that's what I'm calling the band saga, the Kane-pocalypse. Before that happened, like whenever we would play Warzone, I actually felt like if I got killed and I died, I felt like it was my fault because, I wasn't thinking smart enough when it came to
Or you
strategy
weren't
and all that.
observing the environment while you're moving, etc. Yeah.
Exactly. And the player actually got a good shot. In Fortnite with building, the problem, like, even when you do get your environment around, like, building was just like a massive crutch, Like, you see one bullet fly towards you, and here's the thing. I mean, I'm pretty shit at building, I'll be honest, but I could still build a wall to protect myself, And that shit's not really fun. Like, I don't think that's fun, in my opinion. I think it's kind of like bad game design, at least in my opinion. I'm sure there's people that like the building, different strokes for different folks. But I mean, I think personally, it I don't know, it's not that good. And I'm glad that Epic is keeping no build permanently. And
Yeah, GG to them.
Especially with season 3 now, like the map, you can have so much fun on the map now, especially with no build. Like the new points of interest, like the Rave Cave, the tree, like the tree especially is like really cool. I really like the tree. But I mean that's really all I can think of, really.
Plus
At least
they
for
added
my
the tornado back.
Oh yeah, they added in the tornado back from season 1 of chapter 3. I mean, you know what, GB? Now you're talking about Fortnite. You want to give your opinion?
I will, but I'll
season
let
3?
Red take the floor first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like all these topics. Well, we discussed them before about all the zero build that actually improved the game and all that. But I'm gonna go more into the how the events are handling that game that are like really good. Yeah, there are a few things here and there that made me chuckle, but it's because it's me. I'm a complete idiot. That's it. But the events are just handled very smoothly. They actually kind of have that sentiment that there is something big coming up after that. So I really like that. That was like my first event, by the way. So it was really really nice to see how like all those all that event happening of the collision and all that. It was pretty cool. Like and it was just marvelous again. It's not like it was just not out there like certain Call of Duty that just goes and puts fucking Godzilla out of nowhere and it's like okay cool. But in this one it's like at least there is like some sort of continuation. There is a backstory out of it, and that's pretty impressive. And the way that they handle it is equally impressive as well.
Absolutely. I mean, at least with Fortnite, like with their event, I mean, at least with their end events for the seasons, I mean, most of those made sense in their storyline. I mean, some people might say, but what about Galactus or Thanos or the music artists appearing? Well, that's a collaboration. That's a difference, in my opinion. Like those are two completely different things, right? And I feel like with the Warzone event with Godzilla and all that, even in the intro cutscene for I think season 3 of Vanguard and Warzone, right? The main guy, I think his name's Butcher, I think, from the Vanguard story. Like the best way to describe it, he basically just says somehow Godzilla and King Kong appeared out of fucking nowhere. Like that's basically what happens in the intro cutscene of that season. Like
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. To be honest, I think Activision have been doing events really well on Call of Duty for a long time, and what they've done now is they've gone, okay, let's look at Fortnite. They do random shit, and look how popular they are. We'll do random shit too, and it just fell on their arse this time, didn't it? Really, because before the events they've done have been really good. They've all tied in the destruction of Verdansk, for crying out loud. That was amazing.
The nuke event was a masterpiece, in my opinion, of an event. Like I loved that event so much, and I remember when we were streaming it as well. Like it was such a fun event.
It was great, dude. There was so much cool things to do. That the story was absolutely brilliant. It's just a shame that they've tried to be more culturally relevant now. we don't want Call of Duty to be a culturally relevant game. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to run around as Snoop Dogg. I really don't. If I wanted to look like a moron, I would go and play as Ariana Grande in Fortnite. All right? No offense.
Oh.
I know you've done that before, but
He does it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, did you not watch the Collision stream? I wore that in the event.
He was.
yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be rude, but yeah, you know, I just.
mean-
but do you get what I mean, though? Like, Fortnite is that. Yeah, that's okay for them to do stupid shit because that's what people expect of them. People expect a semi-realistic, good backstory and shit like that when they play COD, and now it's just turned into Snoop Dogg and King Kong bunny hopping around a corner and teabagging me. I don't like that.
I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I've studied World War II a lot. You know, I've been doing my bits and pieces when it comes to World War II history. You know, like Battle of Britain,
Yeah.
Doomsday. You know, well, not Doomsday, but D-Day, whatever, same thing. You know, all that kind of stuff, and even researching about like the political leaders around that time. You know, like Roosevelt, Churchill, the certain naughty man, etc. You know,
Yeah.
like I've done my research on that shit. And I don't see how that and Snoop Dogg and Attack on Titan connect, you know?
Yeah, they don't.
Like, I don't know, Chief.
Like Fortnite are great. Well, Epic, I should say, are great at doing what they do with Fortnite. They've done a great job. You know, we talked about this creator code thing. That was an amazing idea. They're obviously very good at handling events. Look at it this way: they handled the Travis Scott concert in their game better than the real life Travis Scott concert was handled. Did they not? So you know,
Oh,
I think.
yeah, because how are you gonna get stamped to death in a video game?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but they did a hell of a lot better job in the fucking video game than anyone could have in real life. So they are very good at handling their game, and I think they should continue to do so. Leave the no build mode in forever. Don't ever take it out. Otherwise, I'm fairly confident that your casual player base, which includes us, will just drop dramatically if you take out the no build mode. Nobody nobody wants to run around and have a 5-year-old building your house instead of taking a bullet and dying like a little twat. Come on. It's annoying. Oh, and also another thing, the lightsabers were OP as fuck. I hope they're still not there.
No,
Yeah,
they got
they
removed.
got removed.
Don't worry.
Thank God for that. The amount of times when we were playing it, the amount of times we grabbed a lightsaber and everybody was dead within a 3-mile radius. It's
That was
Yeah.
fun, though.
Jesus.
I'll admit,
killer.
it was fun. I remember in Fortnite, like, that was one of the other reasons that GB, joined
Yeah.
in the games.
Peer
it wasn't just
pressure.
because of no build, but it was also not just peer pressure as well. Come on, man. You joined because of the lightsabers.
Them
It was
lightsabers.
peer
Literally, and
pressure,
I said,
GB. I got it
there
as
was
well.
a
I got it as
lightsaber.
well.
Yeah.
You were like, lightsaber?
That
And
was
your
they
eyes
did a
grew
good
up
job
like
with
the
with the
light.
fighting animation with the lightsabers, and yeah, at first they were a little OP, but I think to Epic's credit, they did nerf them a little bit before the event was over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see, that's the difference in Epic and other games. They're pretty good about like listening to community feedback, what they like, what they don't like, and then nerfing things or boosting XP or removing a certain harvester tool that's in the battle pass that was giving people an unfair advantage by making people come across as stealthy. That's something Epic would do, unlike other companies that leave problems in their games for months and years.
Yeah.
Yes, Activision, we're talking about you.
Rockstar as well.
Yeah, Rockstar as well, actually. That's a good point.
I mean, a lot of developers, a lot of them,
Yeah. It's just a shame
Yes,
that
lazy.
you have developers out there like Activision, like Rockstar, that doesn't see the success in Epic's games. Not just Fortnite. We also got Rocket League, and they have Fall Guys, which is, I think it's free to play now, I believe. I could be wrong about that. But
Yeah.
they have a pretty big studio, and they're able to support 3 live service games with, season passes, different content, refreshing it, quality of life fixes and improvements. 3 games. And they're just running circles around Activision, Rockstar, and a few others out there.
Yep. Totally agree with that. Totally agree. I think it's sad because what I think Activision and Rockstar and other larger developers are thinking, they are probably thinking to themselves that they don't see Epic as someone to learn from. They probably see Epic as the annoying little brother that's been allowed to come to the party. You know what I mean? They don't take them seriously enough, which is great because if you don't take them seriously, they're going to continue to do better and do better. And what the video game industry needs is healthy competition to make people buck up their ideas. Do you know what I mean? Out of an enormous amount of pressure, you can get a diamond. That's what we need right now is pressure on all these big companies stop being so lazy and sitting back and counting their dollars. Or if you're Bobby Kotick, sitting back and counting how many pubes you have left. But I genuinely hope that Epic keep doing everything they're doing, because they're doing it right now. As much as it pains me to say that, they're doing everything right. So, Strauss and Bobby, you could learn a thing or two just by observing how their company is run.
We're not going to include Sam Hauser because he doesn't even show up for work anyways.
Yeah, no, he's just, as far as I'm aware, he looks like a caveman now, doesn't he? He just sits at home growing long hair and a beard, and that's all he's done.
It just
because let's be honest, he hasn't done anything else, has he?
Best way to describe it is like my man went ghost mode IRL, you know?
He really did. The man looks like a disheveled homeless man. It's ridiculous. Like, if you can't take care of your appearance, you're obviously not going to take a lot of care with the company that you and your brother fucking got from the ground.
Well,
Yeah.
in my opinion, they know and they are learning, but not in the way you expect or everyone here expects.
Yeah.
Like, they know they are a commercial success, and that's what they want to. They want to make money. At the end of the day, that's what they are. They are publishers at the end of the day. And that's why they're like trying to do the same stuff, like doing like really weird shit in case of Warzone. Or in the worst part of Rockstar, that is basically trying to copy and paste the monetary systems, like the GTA Plus thing. That comes from Epic.
Oh, that amazing idea of GTA Plus. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That membership comes for that. Like, they know that there is people that spend money on that, and they keep subscribed to that. And anyone on Rockstar want any higher ups say, this is a good opportunity to also do the same in a really popular game that surely it looks really abandoned. And in my case, GTA is super old and it should ended its live service a long time ago. But this is still popular, and they wanted to just copy the monetary systems. And I agree, like, Epic is doing really well nowadays. That's why I invite you to everyone buy fucking Saints Row. Fuck GTA Online and fuck everything. Fuck anything Rockstar made post 2018. Yeah. Fuck everything that. Like, just like, I hope and I swear to God that fucking Saints Row kicks fucking GTA Online ass and GTA as a whole, and that actually makes them and makes Rockstar say, hey, we need to step up on our game because, well, we have something really, really bad. Like, we have really good competition out here.
Yeah, that's what they need, really. Yeah, you need something that's going to make Sam Hauser actually want to get out of bed in the morning and start writing good material and
Well, he wasn't the writer, though. His brother was.
No, but they spitballed ideas for hours.
Oh, yeah.
They would sit there and spitball ideas forever. And without Dan, Sam is like, his better half has disappeared. So he really needs to step up and try and do something. There is one thing that you could do to save Rockstar. But I do agree with Red about Saints Row, actually. If you do like Fortnite and you do like the mechanics and the style of GTA, then go and play Saints Row, because that's basically what it is. But yeah, I think, honestly, we've said this before on this podcast. The way to save Rockstar is to stop being so money grabbing. And of course, please do whatever you can to rehire Laszlo. Do anything you can to rehire Laszlo. Just do it. Get him. Everything will be a lot better if Laszlo is around. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, I mean, Laszlo was a very important part of Rockstar Games, just like Dan Houser or Leslie Benzies and countless others that we're failing to mention that are no longer with the company. They're the reason why Rockstar became so successful, from the 3D era GTAs, Bully, up to Red Dead Redemption 1, 2, and 5 as well. But all these people leave, and yeah, good people can come in and take those places, but so many people have left over the years, it really makes you wonder what GTA 6 is going to look like. And meanwhile, just like Red was talking about, I hope that Saints Row is good. I think that they're going in a better direction than they did with Saints Row 4, which started off as nothing more than an expansion to Saints Row the Third, but they just went really wacky and crazy, using basically the same freaking map, and they just retooled it for this alien invasion and superpowers. I hope it's better. Like the story, the characters, I'm not too excited about, but all the the world itself, the customization, that stuff impresses me. And I hope that they are actually working on a multiplayer version. That was a rumor. And if they put out a multiplayer to go with Saints Row, that would be awesome. That would be interesting. But they have to commit to it. They have to see what Rockstar does right, what they do wrong, and like what we were talking about, what Epic does right and what they do wrong in order to make a multiplayer version of Saints Row work and appealing to people.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I said, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, I actually had the pleasure of testing the new Saints Row game and having a go of it. I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you guys, but I mentioned it on my stream a couple of times. I wasn't allowed to because I signed an NDA, but essentially I know a lot about the mechanics, and they are planning on doing a multiplayer version. It was originally going to be called Saints Row Cinco, because it is the 5th game, but they didn't want to use the word 5 because they didn't want to associate with
That
GTA
makes
5.
sense,
Yeah. So, but the story mode itself and the customization options and the weapons, the sheer volume of weird weapons is absolutely incredible. Obviously, you've got the ejector seat in the cars that you can use, which is pretty cool. So some of those things do lead on to the idea of having a multiplayer option, a massive online multiplayer option, kind of like what GTA lobbies are now. But I don't know anything because I didn't get to play the multiplayer version. We just did a little story testing and that was it. But I do know that they are looking at expanding and making a multiplayer. But it is going to be very difficult for them to keep it up in this climate.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
the amount of work.
And I think that's where, if they do it right, and one, I guess, bit of advice I would give them is dedicated servers. Go with dedicated servers. Yeah, I know it's going to cost money, time to invest in that. Dedicated servers are superior to peer-to-peer. And that's one of Rockstar's weaknesses right now when it comes to GTA and Red Dead. You need to go dedicated servers. So many other studios, like Epic, for example, all their games are on dedicated servers. Big and small studios. Dead by Daylight, smaller studio by behavior. They have Dead by Daylight on dedicated servers. So if there's something...
peer-to-peer is a very old way of doing things.
It's cheap, too. And it's not safe. It's not secure on both ends. It's not secure on the end of the developers, and it's not secure, obviously, on the end of the players.
100% agree with that. I think that's something that really could, I'm hoping, in the future when we get GTA 6, if we get an online mode, I'm hoping Rockstar learn from this peer-to-peer bullshit and decide to go with the desert. I know. Rockstar learning something, really?
I don't know. I mean,
we can hope, can't we?
When they released Red Dead Online, that was still on peer-to-peer,
Yep.
and that was 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. They're not going to learn their fucking lesson. Screw Rockstar.
You definitely don't want to play GTA or Red Dead on PC.
Oh, no.
That's a bad idea.
You know what's amazing? They've managed to stop the money drops and the mod menus on GTA on PC, where people were getting money, illegally dropped money and stuff like that. They were able to stop that, but they can't stop a God mode speedo.
No. Or orb spamming.
Interesting. Yeah, orb spamming. Yeah.
They stop it for like 5 minutes and then they just forget about it. And then a new one appears.
So moronic. It really is.
I agree.
Yeah, you know where the priorities are, and that's why I just prefer to just separate myself of Rockstar games as a whole. I know, a guy with 300 subscribers. What a shocker! But again, it's because they don't give a fuck, and why I should give a fuck about them. That's the thing.
It's a perfectly valid point, Red. Honestly.
Yeah, well, that's the sad reality. Is I feel like the actions Rockstar's taken over the past recent years, with not only Red Dead Online but also with GTA, has left a lot of their fans disenfranchised, and as I call us, Rockstar refugees looking for a new home. And once Riley and Kane started telling us about the Zero build in Fortnite, and that kind of appealed to Red, myself, and others. There are other channels out there, other fellow creators and streamers and other players that used to play.
It appealed to me enough. Yeah, I played it
you
because
too.
of Kane's recommendation.
Yeah, and there's other people that traditionally played Red Dead or GTA or a completely different game like Warzone or PUBG that are now giving Zero Build a chance, and they're actually having a really good time, myself included.
He is now on the dark side, chap. Welcome.
The dark side or the light side of the Force compared to what Rockstar offers.
That's a good point. That is, you know what though? I honestly believe, or at least maybe this is just the Rockstar fanboy in me praying, that I think Rockstar will do something to win us back eventually.
I hope so.
It may be 10 years from now, it may be 20 years from now, but they'll have something up their sleeve that makes us go, okay, we're going to have to come back to experience this.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Hey, don't worry, Mike. The Michael DeSanta DLC is gonna save GTA Online.
Hey, I'm open for a
And Blood
Michael
Money
DeSanta
too.
DLC.
Oh yeah, Blood Money 2 for Red Dead
Oh, yay.
and
I mean,
Red Dead Online Plus.
Yeah.
the clue is in the title, isn't it? Dead. It's
Yeah,
just,
Red
it's
Dead
always going to be a
Plus.
dead game. You've shot yourself in the foot setting a game so long ago that there's literally barely anything interesting in it anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like watching a John Wayne movie.
It could have been done right, but the problem is they just had a bad vision and bad direction. Red Dead Redemption multiplayer feels like a much better online mode that was built over a decade ago for Red Dead Redemption 1 than Red Dead Online. Now, there's things I like about Red Dead Online. Graphically, it looks way better, and there's some other customization options for your character, clothing, weapons, etc. But they just did a bad job with Red Dead Online, and they just, compared to GTA, it's very limited with what you can do with Red Dead Online, but you could still do something with it to make it work as a successful in its own right Wild West online game. But the roles just weren't it.
No, there's a lot that could be done with Red Dead Online, but it's probably not going to be done, let's be honest. It's, no. I think Rockstar have sort of decided that GTA is the cash cow. Let's plunder all of our resources into that. And even then, they're not doing very much with it. Yeah. I've played Red Dead Online a few times. I bought the standalone version. I've played it a few times off stream and, a couple of times on stream with UGB and Kane. You were there with me as well.
That one time slowly screamed his head off because he was getting killed.
Because he got tied up and thrown off a cliff.
And we told him to leave the area, but he
but he didn't.
Slow.
He's stubborn as hell. So, but honestly, I love the game. It looks beautiful. But if the only fun thing to me in that game is knocking someone's fucking hat off, picking it up and wearing it yourself, that's a warning sign for your game there. If the only thing I find fun about it is stealing someone's hat, then that's.
Don't worry. You came actually late. There was a time that the game was so well. This is still really slow, but there was the jumpy fucking.
Oh, I experienced the jumpy bridge glitch.
Jumpy bridge. Yeah,
that was amazing.
And they patched it. It's like, oh, nice, thank you, Rockstar.
It's like you're not giving us anything fun in the game, so we find something fun, and what have you gone and done? Patched it. What a bunch of wankers.
It's like, oh, great. Now
it's
like, it was kind of getting its own vibes of Swing Set of Death on GTA.
Yeah,
4.
GTA 4, the Swing Set of Death.
But I was having a good time. I met a few randos. They were just trying to do the glitch as well, and people just being launched and all that crap. But I don't know why they. And it's not their first time. No, actually, GTA 5 in the PS3 had their own launching glitches, and they did.
I remember
they were just harmless.
Like you mentioned, like what launched glitch Red GTA 5 on last gen. I remember there was one glitch involving the tank, and I believe the barracks. Where what you do is you would just get the barrel of the tank inside, like the little
in the back of the barracks, basically.
Yeah, in the back of the barracks, kind of docking and all that. And then you just get it in there. You try and move around like the tank barrel, and then eventually you both just go flying, both barracks and tank.
Yeah, it's almost like Strauss is sat there and going, "You're not allowed to have fun on my games. Not a chance. Patch that."
Now, what's sad is in the early days when we found these glitches, like similar gate glitches. Even the bicycle glitch where you could go. Remember when you guys could go off like a cliff or something, and you had the ability to actually kind of glide in the air of a bicycle?
Oh yeah.
They said they weren't going to patch anything that was just quote unquote fun. As long as it's fun, they weren't going to patch it. But they went back on their word not too long later.
Yep. There's still a few glitches that I know of in GTA Online that still exist and still work. But the only reason they do still exist, is because the people that know about them don't fucking talk about them. For instance, I know that there's a specific breach on the map. I think, Red, we've discussed this and tested this before, where you are immune to orbital cannons. It doesn't take a lot of effort to get into. It's like being in an apartment, but not in an apartment. You're outside and can shoot people and kill people, but you are just unable to be killed. There's interesting random glitches. Like there's a specific rock on a beach near the airport that if you go inside it, you drop under the map into some water and you can swim over to one solitary rock that looks like it's been put there on purpose. And when you stand on that, you are completely immune to anybody killing you and you can kill everybody else. So little glitches like that exist because nobody talks about them. It doesn't get big enough. There isn't videos showing you how to do these things. That glitch specifically that I'm talking about is from the Xbox 360 PS3 days of GTA 5, and yet it's still there because nobody. I might have gone and ruined it now, but
well, even on the Milked Edition, they have people still using God mode and now orb spamming on Xbox Series, and you think that buying a completely new version of GTA 5 and online with the fake ray tracing and performance, that we wouldn't have the issues from last gen in current gen, but unfortunately we still do.
It's the same shit but different game essentially, and
except
it's just
for us
like
paying
different platform.
$70 for it.
Yeah.
But you know about this, guys, but hold on. They're preparing a bundle to sell you GTA 5 on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 for $50.
Wait, what?
The two games.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't make sense. So I can buy GTA 5 for the PS5, yeah? If I was to buy a PS5, I can get GTA 5 for that. But I can also get GTA 5 for the PS4.
Yeah, you get a bundle with GTA 5.
I'm sorry, but why have I not already got GTA 5 then? If I'm buying it on the PlayStation 5, the only reason I'm buying it is because I've already got it on the PS4.
Well, it's because they are different, But if you buy any game nowadays that is on PS4, like you can get the upgrade for free. Like Ubisoft games does that. Even EA games do that too. But no, they are different. They are a different breed. So you need to buy the game to the PS5 version, even if you have the PlayStation 4 version. But if you want the complete experience, or if you're really like a smooth brain, you can buy the two games, PS4 and PS5. It's the same shit. I actually got it from Twitter. It was so I laughed so much when I saw that. I was like, this is not giving a fuck in its pure way.
Yeah, this is just give us all your money and we don't care, isn't it? That's what that is.
Well, it's just
so dumb.
Yeah, it is. It's dumb. And it's just like the most recent GTA Plus. I mean, I've been saying since day one this thing was a scam, but the first 2 months they gave out a faux new vehicle for like a week prior to everyone else being able to purchase it. And this month, all that you have as the unique item is that freaking Torador skin everybody's been wanting.
Yeah, and like, I don't know why the fucking doing that. Like, it's understandable. Like, they're like, oh, we need people to buy GTA Plus. Let's put something that people have been waiting for such a long time for behind a paywall. I feel sorry for anyone that actually, bought it just for that fucking library. Like, because that's a very nice looking library that shouldn't be worth $6,
No. And it's been in the game files for a while now.
When was it added? Like, was it Tuners or was it Kaio? Because
I think it was Tuners, or was it?
Because
Tuners then Kaio, right? Is that the order?
No.
Kaio then Tuners.
Okay,
Tuners.
I think it was Then it was probably Tuners. I think that's when the data miners found it.
That is fucking brilliant, Red. I've just seen Red just put that in the. That is phenomenal. Wow, that is brilliant.
Like, I get it. If it was like, give me the fucking GTA 4 and GTA 5, I was like, okay, I gave you $50. I'm up for that.
Dude, the ridiculous thing is, it's not even the disc,
5.
though. It's digital.
The two versions of fucking
What the hell?
GTA 5.
If you are considering buying that, let me just tell you right now, there are plenty of torrent websites out there where you can legally download GTA 5 for the PlayStation or for the PC or whatever. Just do that, please.
Dumb.
Don't give them any more money. Fuck me. Retards. I love them, honestly. I love Rockstar. I always have. But fuck off. That's just ridiculous.
What? Why do you need two versions of the same game?
I'm not surprised that they're not bundling up all previous GTAs into one epic conglomerate collection and just go,
Like-
yeah, here's the GTA anthology for £900.
Literally, like, it's the PS4 version of the PS5, right? But I mean, out the two of them, you might as well just get the PS5 version, you know? Just because obviously it runs a little better, and it looks a little better.
The point I was trying to make before as well is that, like, you don't need to buy both versions of that. If you've got a PS5, why do you need a PS4 version?
Exactly.
There is nothing that you... And if you have got a PS5, I'm assuming it's not your first console. I'm assuming you had a PS4 before that, and I'm assuming you had GTA for that PS4. Why are you getting it in a bundle with the... Ooh. Most people are out here not even able to afford a PS5. These motherfuckers are already thinking about how they're going to make the most money out of people who get one.
Like, you might as well just get the PS5 version now. I mean, I don't think it's on sale anymore. I think the sale just like ended this week.
Yeah.
You know, for
God.
PS5 and
But
Series X.
If you have the current version in PlayStation 4, you can have like a discount, and you can have it for like £10, if I'm not wrong. It's the prices that he has, but that's like okay. Well, you have the PS5, but I completely agree. If you have a PS5, like I have a PS5, but I have the PlayStation 4 version because I discussed that and I don't want to touch on that. But like, why do you need to like it? I don't know. Like, it's so confusing, but because it's so stupid. Of you having an extremely expensive console that is the PlayStation 5, and it's like, and you going in this smooth brain move and say, yeah, I want to have the same game on 2 different versions. I want to experience.
Holy shit! It is fucking real. Like, I'm on my PS5 right now, lads. I'm looking at it in the fucking store, and like, if you're on PS Plus people get it for 50% off.
How generous.
50% off.
We forget as well that this is literally a game they gave away. Like, I know they gave away the online version of it, but I mean, essentially, you're not going to play the story mode, are you? Let's be honest, you're not. You know how it goes. Just because there's 1 or 2 pixels better on it. No, if you're getting it on the PS5, you're getting it for online only. So they gave that away at the start of the year. So what the hell is the point in this?
I'm surprised they don't throw in PS3 version for free.
Do you know what they've done?
Mad.
Rockstar have basically set fire to your house and are now trying to sell you the only fire extinguisher in the area. That's what they're trying to do.
Don't worry,
Just wait, GB. Just wait. They gotta put a fucking $150 version. That is the collector's edition. PlayStation
Legacy
3,
edition.
4, and 5.
Yeah.
And maybe
regarding PS3, they'll probably just throw that shit on like the fucking Game Pass and fucking PS Now.
Oh my god, dude.
They're like, hey, you can play the PS3 version on
I've
the
got
PS
to tell you right now, for anyone listening to this podcast, if you buy this so-called bundle, you are no longer a friend of mine, and I shall spit at your feet in the street if I see you. You're a moron. You can't buy that. I'm sorry. This goes for the same. I was going to say this before. Do you guys know anyone that's bought GTA Plus?
A few people, but
I know one person, and he's the most moronic man I've ever met in my life. So that made sense. But I don't know anyone who's got more than 2 brain cells who's bought
there's
GTA Plus.
a few people I know that really, really wanted that library for the Torador, and they're mad about it. They're pissed, but they gave Rockstar $6, and then they quickly canceled. And basically, it's like dug the hole even deeper with their contempt. And a lot of them right now are saying, "Okay, I'll give you $6, but fuck you when it comes to GTA 6." So it's,
well, for those people who are interested in libraries in the future, I'm going to do a quick plug. Arrested in My Avenger does give cars to friends with all of the new liveries that come under that pass. Just go ahead and go to his channel and get the car free. Delivery and everything.
Yeah, there was a time when I was against duping and that kind of stuff, but with how cheap and greedy Rockstar and Take-Two have become, and it's to like a level unfathomable by even EA and Activision standards these days. At the moment, I don't care. I'm just looking the other way. Okay, fine. Go to somebody like that and do it. You do you. Screw Rockstar. They've gotten billions upon billions of dollars off of copy after copy. What's 165 million sales of GTA 5, plus standalone sales in GTA Online, and Char Card sales, and now the GTA Plus scam. So you know what? Go get it. You do you.
If you see a livery in the GTA Plus, do not give them your $6, please. Go and find a YouTuber, and there are hundreds of them, not just Arrested in My Avenger. There are hundreds of YouTubers out there who give cards to people for nothing. They don't expect you to become a member. They don't expect you to super chat. They will get you in a lobby and give you whatever car it is with whatever livery it is you want. So if it's a Toreador livery, but you think it might look good on something else, they'll do that too. Just go ahead and do that. Do not pay Rockstar any more money, because it's people, feckless individuals like you, who are happy to spaff money up the wall, straight all over the place. It's people like you that are preventing Rockstar from actually pulling their thumbs out their asses and fixing the shit we're dealing with right now. The more money they make, the less work they will do. That's my opinion.
Fake the game away on Epic. Like, I think it was 3 years ago. And that's the best version of the game you can, is the PC version. You can play that shit on 120 frames if you're able to. And for example, that stupid library, you can just go put any single player mod menu, get yourself a Toreador there, and put the fucking library, and there you go. And so yeah, I don't understand why they just put I saw it, I just laugh at it, and it's like, but there is going to be some asshole right there that is going to, oh yes, I have the bundle. It's like, why do you want to experience the game on 30 frames per second? Is beyond me, or like, I don't know, like, it's so stupid that I don't have any words for it to just.
And it's not like they're remaking GTA 5 like with what Naughty Dog's doing with Last of Us Part 1. At least they're remaking it, improving the graphics and whatnot. Not selling the same fucking game over and over again over 8+ years.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
Like
as I said,
Prickast.
the more people pour money into it, the more they'll continue doing stupid shit like this. They have shareholders to answer to at the end of the day. And if they're not making enough money for the shareholders, things will have to drastically change. So don't buy that bundle. Don't pay for GTA Plus. Don't buy anything else from Rockstar until we get some decent news from them that things are going to change. And that's the only thing you can do.
We'll be waiting a long time, unfortunately.
I agree.
Yeah, we will. I think
and
we'll
not
be on
Michael
Prickast
DLC.
50 by the time that.
Yeah, not Michael DLC announcement. It's like, oh yes, finally, yeah, they gave me something to smell on. No, it's just, I don't know, a new game. That's the level we are kind of talking about here. No Michael DLC, no Tuners Part 2, no fucking Cayo Perico. Something different than the typical fucking copium that they put on GTA. So yeah, like that's the thing. Like I don't know, but it's so dumb that it's just, let's move on, please. GTA just gets me on my nerves.
All right, so I think we're pretty much done shitting on Rockstar today. Tune in next time for more. Anyways, Red, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we have the Xbox presentation on this week, well, these 2 weeks to be honest, and they got like really interesting stuff. Well, personally for me, Forza Motorsport is back, and I'm glad for it. I'm glad I'm not as brain dead as some Xbox or PlayStation fanboys that just chirp around and saying, "Oh, Gran Turismo's better. No, Forza's better." Who cares? If you have both consoles, who cares? Like, both games are perfect. So Forza Motorsport again is back, and it looks beautiful. I think it's in the same level of Gran Turismo 7, which is fair for the Xbox guys. And the best thing, the best thing, because GT7 is kind of different in that way, is that they gotta focus more on like the nowadays racing. They have the IMS lineup. I hope they add Indy in the future, and they have like old school F1 cars. Like, it looks really, really promising. If you are like seeking a simulator with more like up to date cars that, of course, GT7 doesn't offer, because in my opinion, GT7 is more focused on trying to revive that era of that golden era of Gran Turismo 4. In Forza Motorsport, you have a more up-to-date cars racing, even they can add an IMS Indy kind of leak on that way. So I'm actually looking forward for that. I'm gonna pre-order that game no matter what. Starfield looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but many people said it's kind of like No Man's Sky meets Fallout.
Yeah,
But
kinda.
for me, yeah, for me, it's like it's not a bad fucking mix. Like No Man's Sky is a pretty game, and I like the procedural things that are implemented. But and also I'm a great Fallout fan, so I hope that if it has the enhanced story of Fallout with kind of the same theme of No Man's Sky, yeah, it's gonna be a really good game, and I'm glad that the Xbox guys are getting that one as well. I don't know, what do you think, guys?
Forza was actually the Forza, specifically Forza Motorsport was the first of the Forza franchise I ever played, like Forza Motorsport 6. And I absolutely loved that game. It was beautiful. The racing was stellar. And as you well know, Red, I'm not very good at racing. That's why I had a series on my channel once called Racing Badly. But I still love racing, even though I suck at racing. Me, Kane, and Mike would always be at the back of the track with Red easily getting at the top of the podium. But we still all four of us more or less love racing. But yeah, that demo for Forza Motorsport looks amazing. It looks beautiful. And I have been playing a little bit of Forza Horizon 5 because it's available with Game Pass as well. And it's good. I like it. But I don't know. I just always lean more towards Motorsport over Horizon. That's just how I am. Maybe it's because I got in Forza with Forza Motorsport 6 and just dabbled a little bit in the demo of Forza Motorsport 4 in the UK and then playing around in Mexico with Forza Horizon 5. I know I'm getting those confused, but yeah, I'm also excited for the Forza Motorsport. I guess they're rebranding it or soft rebooting it.
Yeah. What I like is that they have their main focus on a state, well, in the United States mainly when it comes to the tracks. So you have BAR, there's Virginia International Raceway. You have also Coda, that is the home sport, basically Austin. If you see F1, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There is many other tracks than in the United States that are pretty interesting. Whether the weather track like Laguna Seca, Daytona, that also is in Gran Turismo, and I hope they also have the La Sorte, that is basically Le Mans, Spa, Nürburgring, like many other circuits are really really nice, and also exploring the fact that it's a completely different game of Gran Turismo, even when it's kind of the same thing, a racing sim. Like again, they are more focused on giving you the most up to date cars. Meanwhile, Gran Turismo 7 gives you a more kind of curated list of cars that are more from the 2000s or older. So again, I think there is no point of comparison between those two games if you play them and you know what on the other ones. The Starfield, as I said, it looks interesting, and a few other kind of mentions I want to know because they are also available on PlayStation. Callisto Protocol, that is from the brainchild of Dead Space. That thing looks amazing. I'm not a big fan of horror games, but I think that's like the best predecessor of Dead Space that we got, and I'm glad that the director from the older Dead Space is involved and he actually made the game. Hogwarts Legacy, that's a game I'm gonna get on December. That is amazing. Microsoft Flight Sim, that is gonna have a 40th anniversary.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
nice.
Riley and I love playing Flight Sim. I mean, it's just one of those casual games you can just sit back and just fly around. I use it a lot for B-rolls, and we use it for our vlogs channel. But it's just fun to hop into a plane or to a fighter jet if you have the money to buy the fighter jets and just fly around wherever you want to go in the world. You can fly around the U.S., you can fly around South America or Europe or Africa or the Middle East or China. Anywhere you want, you can go in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that is absolutely amazing in my opinion, and I'm excited about the 40th anniversary edition coming up in the fall, so that's going to be cool.
And indeed, like something I really appreciate of the new Flight Sim is how detailed the world is in general, how they put their heart and soul in how to replicate the entire world and their cities and to Flight Sim.
And they also added the Pelican from Halo recently as a free add-on.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
a Veto,
it's
basically.
all-
It took me a quick minute to figure out how to fly it because you take it off like a helicopter. And I had to go into first person into the cockpit, which is very well detailed, in order to find the switch to switch it from Veto to jet mode. And I struggled at first to fly that thing properly. But once I sorted it out, it's actually a breeze to fly around in the Pelican in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But a lot of people were complaining because it's not real. Now, the Dark Star, which is the stealth jet in Top Gun Maverick, by the way, amazing movie. If you want to go watch an amazing blockbuster movie this summer, go watch Top Gun Maverick. But that's another fake jet. So I don't have a problem with Microsoft introducing fake sci-fi type aircraft into Microsoft Flight Simulator because that's up to you to choose between what type of aircraft you want to fly, whether it's jets, planes from different eras, or you want to fly around in the Halo Pelican. That's fine by me.
What are the odds of us getting the Starship Enterprise anytime soon?
That would be
on
silly.
Microsoft Flight Sim?
That
That
thing's
would be-
huge. Like
I
compared
know,
to a
but-
747, like that thing would be huge to try and like low altitude around the world.
I just want to be Jean-Luc Picard for one day, man.
Okay.
I can give you the that scene that is basically him just giving you a face palm.
The
Or
face palm,
such.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, then the one is like you pick this, and then when you pick that ship, basically is the whole screen for 5 minutes with that specific scene, just doing that. That would be fantastic.
I'll take Jean-Luc facepalming me any day.
Wow.
I mean,
Yes.
it is the thing. If we get the Enterprise, that means we're one step closer to getting a Star Destroyer in there. You know?
Yeah, Star
Yeah, why not go
Destroyer
the full
win.
thing and get a fucking Borg cube as well? Why not?
Come on,
Oh God.
come on.
I don't think
I
they're
think
going
there
to
are
add
some
anything
Star
that
Trekkies that-
big to.
There are some
Microsoft
people that
Flight
don't
Sim.
know what we're talking about here right now, probably, I would say. There are some people who don't know what a Borg cube is and stuff like that.
Well, if you're a Trekkie like us, you would know.
Yeah, you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah.
If you're an intelligent human being.
Yeah, but Red, what else is happening that you're excited about when it comes to the Microsoft Showcase?
Well, the few others kind of honorable mentions, and Michael is going to be really excited. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is going to be added.
Now,
Amazing.
you must have me confused with Hammond there. I'm not that excited.
No, he pre-ordered the game. He
But I
is
am
very
excited to see what
about
it's
it.
like, though, to be fair. I will give it a fair judgment, as I have done with each COD that I've played. So, yeah, I'll give it a fair judgment. I am excited, though. It looks all right.
I'm a
Also-
pre-order it before I see any gameplay of it. I'm
Good
just gonna
idea.
pre-order it when it goes live.
Yeah, it's like, I think people that pre-order games too early like that are a bit silly, in all fairness. No
I
offense,
mean-
Hammond, but...
At least watch gameplay.
Yeah,
you
do you know
know,
what I mean?
let's
That's
watch
like
some
saying, I'm
reviews.
going to make something. Do you want to buy it off me? Yeah, sure.
Like-
What is it going to make? Not sure yet, but...
I don't know, I mean, the last time I pre-ordered a Call of Duty was Cold War, and here's the thing: the main reason I did that was mainly because I know Mike is not the biggest fan of like the Treyarch Call of Duties. Personally, I kind of like the more arcadey kind of shooter things. I know Mike kind of prefers the more like kind of run and gun, you know, more somewhat realistic kind of approach.
It's not even the realism, though, brother. I think it's just the fast-pacedness that I like. though.
Yeah, I mean,
You
for
know?
me, I kind of like the arcadey part, you know, and
Yeah.
not only that, I mean, you know, the zombies mode I like, and also the campaign as well, like the Cold War conspiracy theories and all that, and how it's not only just the East that's doing dodgy shit, it's also even the West as well, which, I mean, I think we all know both sides do dodgy shit during
Yeah.
that time period.
Yeah.
And it's such a good campaign, in my opinion, and when I was watching gameplay, literally before the game released, I could tell, yeah, you know what, I think this is actually worthy of my money. And then August the 5th came around. Yeah,
But,
I eat those
alas-
fucking words.
But
Yeah.
at last, and I'm gonna open the gates of hell on this one. Diablo 4 is gonna open, but it's not in the way you said, because I also want to link with this beautiful topic I bring you, Diablo Immortal. Do you have phones?
Oh no.
Phones?
This is. Do you
Y'all don't have
do you
phones?
any phones? You have any phones? This is a late April Fool's joke. So yeah, that was. I heard that the game is utter fucking expensive to have like in Legendary. You need to pay for everything.
Yeah, it's
Which
quote
is
unquote
fantastic.
free to play.
Oh, yeah, I bet it is. That
It's
old
sad because
chestnut.
I am actually excited for Diablo 4, but when it comes to Diablo Immortal, I'm not touching that, especially with another prime example of greed. Like, somebody said that you could like spend up to $100,000 on that game.
That's way too fucking
Man.
far. Like 100K
God.
on microtransactions and all
Why?
that.
But
that,
if you've got that money, then you're a moron and you don't deserve it. So yeah, frivolously spend it on stupid
Are
shit.
you just going to a
why
massive amount of debt over a quote unquote free to play mobile phone?
like,
don't you? This is true.
I mean,
But don't worry.
it's
Let me
crazy.
see.
Like,
Let me check the worst rated games. I think Diablo Immortal is in first. But I think it passed eFootball on the
what,
on
like,
the.
No, not
FIFA.
eFootball. No way.
Yeah, they passed. I think Diablo Immortal passed eFootball on the worst game on Steam. So let me check real quick because I know that fucking the Diablo Immortal got 0.2. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
God.
What's sad is like in the first day or two when people were just playing it, it actually was getting pretty good reviews because it seems like a kind of a fun game for a mobile game that they're actually going to have a PC version for. But then when people started going deeper into the microtransactions that comes with this free to play, then that's when the numbers started adding up, and that's what really pissed off the Diablo community, rightfully so.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. That's fucking. It's an absolute extortion amount of
Like-
money.
like I think like you and Red said earlier, GB, 100K on the microtransactions. That's the thing that shocks me the fucking most.
That's
like-
insane, dude.
Like, this is kind of like a fucking throwback to the loot box days, if I'm being honest. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how the microtransaction system works in Diablo Immortal. I've not seen
I
it.
think every little thing just about is microtransaction, like XP boosts,
Alright.
like different items you can get. It's
That's
crazy
basic-
how much is like being microtransactions in that game.
That's literally a fucking casino then. Like,
Basically.
that's fucking bonkers, man.
Except you get no return for your investment.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's just stupid.
You get screwed either way.
People who buckle to microtransactions just don't deserve to have that money that they're spending. You know what I mean? Like, that is fucking ridiculous.
And
You're spending money on a different colored skin.
I think there was a streamer. I forgot which streamer who's like really. I guess he's really big into Diablo, and he's a pretty big streamer. I think he ended up spending like $4,000 to try and get some legendary items, and he wasn't able to get.
Yeah, he got nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that article literally on Facebook earlier on today. I was like, what kind of moron spends that much money to get a legendary item and then doesn't get the legendary item? It's
Okay.
so unbelievable.
For
I'm
fucking
guessing
nothing.
he's doing well enough financially to afford that just to prove a point. But I think that if you wanted to throw $4,000 towards something, how about a charity or a good cause?
Yeah, how about a big fat super chat to the gaming Jew? That'd be nice. Shit. Oh, come on. Like, I would paint whatever legendary item it was onto my nutsack and live stream it if you were to super chat me 4,000.
Or send me a super thanks and ask me whatever question you want.
Yeah, dude. Jeez.
There you go. Super thanks, super chat, even become a member at the highest tier. There you go.
I don't even have a tier that reaches. Like, it would take a long time of being an elite member to get to $4,000.
The gold member for you, I think, is like what, $10? I think.
Yeah, it's like $10 a month to be an elite member. So that would be a long time of being an elite member before that number reached 4K.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal. Fucking Jesus, dude. That is insane, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Red, did you find what you're looking for?
Yeah, like I have the list, and it's amazing that actually surpassed Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. That is in great 0.6. actually surpassed Warcraft 3 Reforged, and Diablo Immortal is with 0.2. Just like why? Like, yeah, I and also I'm seeing this guy spent $6,000 on just to not get absolutely nothing.
Oh, it was $6,000.
Oh, it was 6,000.
It's even worse.
Dude,
Jeez.
I have just done the maths on that, GB. So basically, if as an elite member on your channel, which is $10 a month,
Yeah.
for you to get $6,000 out of that, a member would have to be a member for 500 months.
Jeez.
That's
almost
fucking
15
ridiculous.
And you get your money's worth out of that, by the way.
Oh yeah, you get more than legendary items when you become a member on GB.
Yeah.
Good lord, that's insane,
That-
isn't it? If
honestly,
you've got the kind of money, though, I suppose.
I'm not really about government regulation and oversight, but when it comes to like these quote unquote free to plays and how greedy they are and how much money they end up taking out of people's pockets, and look, it takes two to tango. It's just as much the person's responsibility for the money they freely give to a game like Diablo Immortal as it is the company itself. But what I see here is criminal. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's just
Oh shit! Alright, sorry if I'm interrupting
for
you,
it.
GB, but I'm looking at the 500 months and years, right? That's fucking 41 years!
41 years.
41 fucking
I'll be
years!
in my 80s by the time that's over. Jeez.
Holy shit!
That is. I tell you what, if anyone is an elite member on your channel for 41 years, dude, just give them the damn channel.
I'll be streaming
Holy
from a freaking nursing home by then.
I know, yeah.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Mount Soapbox. I can't climb on it because my legs don't work anymore, but
What? What's going on? Where am I?
I'll be president of the United States by then, so I won't be able to stream anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Damn it.
Damn it, dude.
At
We
least
lost
get
a good
the
one.
stream.
Yeah.
You could give Donald Trump control of your channel if you'd like.
No,
give
no,
him
thank
something
you.
to do.
I hate Trump just as
Yeah,
much as I hate Biden. No, thank you.
I'm going to be honest. Red Dead is pretty dead.
I agree. I agree, Ever Trump. It is very, very dead. And I personally agree with you, could say I really do.
Now, we'll still be playing
Well,
GTA 5 by then, though.
Oh, yeah, of course
Yeah.
we are. I was waiting for that. One of us was going to say it, weren't they? Strauss will be dead, and his son or daughter will be taking over Take Two,
Grandson
and
or-
still crying about not giving us GTA 6.
Yep.
Bastard.
currently playing GTA 5 on my PlayStation 8. But you know,
hell yeah.
Okay, we lied. We said we were done shitting on Rockstar. Looks like we decided to shit
Yeah,
on
dude,
more.
it just comes full circle, doesn't it? It's natural. It's natural.
because it's shitty practices like that. It's like it's impossible to just not dodge the bullet and just put it on and just basically compare it to an experience that everyone in this podcast had as GTA. But in good news, GB, Diablo 4 is trying to distance itself of Diablo Immortal and say,
that's
they don't want anything of.
Yeah, because it's a
of
different.
that
It's like
train wreck.
Blizzard's working on Diablo 4, and like a mobile game developer is working on Immortal. So yeah.
Yeah, but do you have phones?
Y'all don't have phones?
I will
You
say
have
one thing about
phones?
Diablo 4. They're going to have the Necromancer class, which is my favorite class since Diablo 2. So that's promising.
You know, now you mentioned Diablo 2, like, did you ever finish the remaster that came out
I
last year?
casually play here and there when it comes to Diablo Resurrected,
okay.
and I think for a remake remaster, unlike like what we just talked about a moment ago, Warcraft 3 Reforged, which is a dumpster fire. I think they did a great job with Diablo 2 Resurrected. I think it's a good remake remaster, for the most part faithful to the original Diablo 2. The problem is I put so many hours into Diablo 2 back in the day that I can only casually jump in every now and then when I'm just in the right mood. I had somebody on Instagram constantly asking me to stream Diablo 2, but I can't do it. I just can't motivate myself to do it.
Yeah.
And you have to strike when the iron's hot, and when I should have done it is when the game came out. So I felt miserably at that. And right now, if I ever am in the mood for Diablo 2 Resurrected, yeah, I'll re-download it on my PS5 and play it for a bit. And I think I'm in Act 2 somewhere, so I'm not really going very fast. Eventually, the mood may find itself to where I just feel like a little looting, a little fighting some demons. But for the most part, I think Diablo 2 Resurrected was good.
Yeah, like I saw you playing on stream though, like a few times. It was like the remastered version of it?
Yeah, it's like a remaster remake because you can actually switch between up-to-date graphics and like the old school Diablo 2 graphics.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually, and they actually made some improvements. You know, there's some other things that they could have done better, but for the most part, the cutscenes are way better. So they improved the cutscenes.
Yeah, like it's like.
And I think that was kind of necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, there are people that is like, oh, I want newer graphics on my old video game. So yeah, it's like you need to be prepared for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's pretty much when it comes to the Xbox and also like the kind of PlayStation, also presentations. We mentioned a few games that also appear there. So I think that's pretty much it. So now, GB, you have some Spooderman action to
Oh
talk about.
yeah. So
Spooderman!
So,
Hey, look.
Shameless plug for Prickcast 3. We talked a lot about Spider-Man, mostly Kane and the other guys. I had yet to actually play Spider-Man until recently when I finally got around to playing Spider-Man Remastered on the PS5. And what I'm doing is I'm playing the main story on the streams and then just doing side questing off stream just so I can jump in and enjoy the game in between my Spider-Man streams. But I am thoroughly enjoying what Spider-Man has to offer. And at the beginning, if you go back to the beginning of episode 1, you can sense how overwhelmed I'm feeling because they throw a lot at you for a quote-unquote tutorial level because you're having to learn how to swing, right? And it takes a quick minute to figure out how the swinging works. Eventually, you get the hang of it. Like Red and Kane and others were telling me in chat, don't worry, you'll get used to it. It just takes a quick minute. But right when you're barely starting to get a handle on the swinging, then they throw you into combat. And like, okay, now I got to learn how to do combat too in this game. So you're learning all these things and you're having to try to fight Kingpin in the first mission. And eventually you get through it. But once you do, and once you're able to actually go and just roam around the city and just work on your swinging skills and earning some additional XP and ranking up and unlocking some Spider-Man suits and upgrades, then you really start to enjoy what the game has to offer. In fact, while Riley was playing through the quarry, and I was sitting there watching her stream, just modding it and listening and pausing during important scenes during her playthrough, on the other monitor, I was swinging around New York as Spider-Man, picking up the backpacks, doing the police towers, taking photos of landmarks, fighting random thugs, that were carrying out crimes throughout the city of New York. And I was having a blast along with taking photos. And I took like a ton of photos of Spider-Man in the Sam Raimi outfit, which I used for episode 2. So every episode I'll change the outfit and I'll just have a different photo for it. But even though I like the Ghost of Tsushima photo mode a little bit better, I think that they did a good job with Spider-Man's photo mode, and it's an amazing game. And I'm very, very excited to continue playing through Spider-Man, the DLCs eventually, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, because the bundle I got for PS5 was actually Spider-Man Miles Morales with a code for Spider-Man Remastered. The good news is the code still works, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, the
Nice.
same one I got. That was the one that Kane recommended me. It was really good. It's a really good fucking bundle to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very tempted to possibly get a copy of like the gold version of Miles Morales just so I can get the remaster. I know I've already got the PS4 port, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they stopped really updating the PS4 version, I think, in 2020 after they added in the Andrew Garfield suit and all that.
They actually
Because
added
in-
No Way Home outfits. They have 2 Spider-Man No Way Home outfits.
Yeah, I know, in the PS5 version.
Yeah, the
Not on the
PS5
PS4 version.
Oh, yeah.
Not on the PS4, though.
Oh,
They never added it to the PS4.
that sucks.
Which is unfortunate because, I mean, I do like the looks of those suits from No Way Home. I mean, granted, the black and gold suit is literally just the upgraded suit inside out,
Yeah.
and obviously the integrated suit or gold suit, whatever people want to call it, that is literally just like if the upgraded suit and the Iron Spider suit had like a one night stand, and that's what came out as a result.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's an okay looking suit, but I personally don't think that's a very good Spider-Man suit in my opinion. But I mean, I don't know. I would probably get the remaster just so I could have play through the game again, because I'll be honest, watching GB in his first Let's Play, like his first episode Let's Play, when he was starting the intro cutscene, where Peter's getting ready to go after the Kingpin, and while he's putting on the toast and he's getting his suit on. Honestly, that got me pumped up, because it's such a good intro in my opinion. I think it's one of the best intros to a Spider-Man story. You know, that's not the generic origin story that we've been told time and time again for Spider-Man. You know, and I still think Marvel Spider-Man is a fantastic game. And Insomniac, I don't know if you're listening. Very unlikely you're listening. But you guys, fucking legends in the gaming community, in my opinion. You know, for making that amazing game. You know, and I'm really looking forward to Spider-Man 2 coming out next year.
Yeah.
I really am.
I agree. Like even that I'm not well known on like those hero games. I was impressed and I love that game. I think it's a fantastic. I talked on the Prickast before, and I'm glad. Like it's a really nice experience. It had its challenges here and there. Like, but not gonna lie, maybe I will start the New Game Plus one day. Maybe I will stream it since I have more experience on the game, and I don't want to lose all the suits and all the fucking progress that I had. So I will just do the new. Maybe I will stream the New Game Plus, but I will let GB just continue his playthrough. And I'm glad, like it takes some time because there is a fuck ton of movements. So you usually kind of lose. Some of them you lost them because you can memorize all of them. But overall, it's a really really nice game, and yeah, like what you have in front is just an amazing game. That's in my opinion.
Okay, I guess now is the time to move on to the Prickmail.
But before that, do you have the thing open? Because I'm not gonna read it again for you.
I actually do this time.
That's good.
Great!
Yeah, that's pretty
done.
amazing, isn't it?
Golf
Can I
clap
get a
for
high?
Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I did the thing.
You know, the Fang.
All right, Mike, the floor is yours.
All right, then. So we have a small smattering of stuff from the Prickmail in my Discord today. I know we do have something on the previous episode of the Prickcast from Dark Matter Wolf. We will get to that, Dark Matter Wolf. We are gonna sit down.
As they say, we saved the best till last.
Yeah, we are going to get to that. We're going to sit. We're hopefully going to address that question, the wonderful question you left us in Prickcast 6, because we really want to think about our best moment, essentially. So we will hopefully answer it in the next one. But for this one, we have a question from Uzi, which is a very random question, I must admit. But nevertheless, he's asking us to rank the actors following from best to worst. So we have Adam Sandler, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Will Smith. I don't even want to put him in the list. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Can I just go ahead and say that Tom Cruise should be the top of that?
Agreed.
Fucking love Tom Cruise. I don't care about his personal life. I don't care about his Scientology. He is a fucking phenomenal actor. He has done so many amazing films. Obviously, GB talked about Top Gun before. That's a fantastic franchise. Well, it's not. It's 2 movies, but still, it's a brilliant film anyway. And obviously, there's the Mission Impossible films, which got a little annoying after the 4th one, but they're still really good films if you're into your action. And then he's done some other stuff as well, like Night and Day, Vanilla Sky.
He was a great villain. He played a villain opposite of Jamie Foxx in Collateral.
Oh, yes. The taxi driver. Jamie Foxx was a taxi driver, and he was a
great
hitman.
Movie.
That was a brilliant film. And Salt and Pepper hair, Tom Cruise is a very
Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Ironically, Anne Rice hated him as Lestat, but I thought he was great as Lestat.
Yeah, he did very, very well. I think we can all agree Tom Cruise probably deserves to be top of that list. And then I would personally say Adam Sandler would be next because he's hilarious and has made some shitty films and some great films. Will Smith, we're not going to include in that list. Tom Hanks has had some good roles, but he's a bit nefarious, isn't he?
I like his older
shifty
stuff, like Bachelor Party, Big. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Big is so good.
But I mean, Saving Private Ryan was great. Forrest Gump was awesome. Castaway. I loved Castaway. I still have my Wilson and Ball.
Oh wow!
And people say I sound like Tom Hanks, and I never really understood that. But okay.
I mean, I can kind of see it now that you've pointed it out a little bit, but
yeah. And then the other night, speaking of Tom Cruise, like somebody bumped into his wife, and he got pissed. Like,
yeah,
that's a man that'll stick up for his wife, and that's what any woman needs from a good man. Is like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, if you're like lower middle class or you're wealthy, you get your man in somebody else's face. Doesn't matter if he's a world famous actor. Not like Will Smith. That was different. That was a joke. Okay. There's a difference between a joke, Will Smith, and somebody bumping into your wife like some guy did the other night.
Yeah, if I could understand Will Smith hitting Chris Rock if Chris Rock had gone over there and knocked Jada out of a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't. He told a joke. As a comedian, it's his job. And Will Smith, just because he's too emotionally and physically abused by Jada, didn't want to respond in any other way other than, I must show everybody that I've got huge testicles. No, you haven't.
He was
What you've
laughing
done
at
there,
first.
Yeah, what you've done there is you've shown everybody that your wife has got your testicles in her fucking purse. That's what you've showed us. You haven't showed us you got big balls, Will Smith, so you don't even deserve to be included on this list. So fuck you. And Brad Pitt hasn't done anything good, in my opinion, since Glorious Bastards. That's it.
Yeah, and he was also in an interview with a vampire, but I thought Tom Cruise was much better performance.
He outshone him.
Yeah.
Outshone him by miles, yeah. I mean,
And
I
Antonio
enjoyed Brad
Banderas,
Pitt in the
of
Ocean's
course, yeah.
films.
Yeah.
I liked the Ocean's films with, Brad Pitt and George Clooney,
yeah.
Matt Damon. I love Matt Damon. I think Matt Damon's one of those actors who's very, very, very underrated.
Yeah, I
He's
think
done
his
some phenomenal-
Jason Bourne movies are pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was the Americans' answer to James Bond, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But,
Let's see. Did we mention Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Oh, he deserves to be
Well,
much
I mean,
higher. Okay,
he-
I would put him like right underneath Tom Cruise.
yeah.
I mean,
Leo was pretty
I
good.
loved him in like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that's what the film's
America.
called. And what else is there? Titanic. That's another good one. I
The
mean, it's
Departed,
obviously
he was very good in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Departed
oh
is such
my
a great
God.
movie.
Absolutely. What about the Great
Matt
Gatsby?
Wahlberg.
That was a good film he was in. I mean, I think it was. I mean, not many people know about it, but I know he was in it.
Are we not going to mention Titanic?
Okay,
You
Kane
just
just
did.
did. He just did.
I just did.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you.
Muppet.
But don't
Yeah.
forget, he was also in Critters 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
I mean-
I think that's a pretty decent list, isn't it? Essentially, we've done all right there.
I mean, I know y'all were like, kind of bashing on Will Smith earlier. I mean, I can understand because of the whole fucking slap meme. But I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I liked him in some films.
Bad
like,
Boys
the
was a
Men in
good
Black
film.
trilogy was. Yeah, and the Bad Boys, and Men in Black.
Yeah.
Those two definitely.
well, I loved
you know.
him in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, I thought that show was amazing with Will
Yeah,
Carlton. And
I think it was more about Uncle Phil for me. The voice of
Uncle
Shredder
Phil was
crying
great.
out
Yeah,
loud.
I loved Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
But
It's-
he's supposed to be a comedic actor, so you'd think that he would understand that Chris Rock is putting out jokes, and he's being paid to do it, and these jokes are PG rated jokes compared to what Chris Rock usually does.
Yeah, what he's
On
capable
tour.
of, definitely.
I mean, hey, let's just be glad that it was not Ricky Gervais doing those jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no way. Will Smith would not have
He's
enough
fucked
slaps
if
in
it
him if Ricky
happens.
Gervais had something to say. I'm telling you now, Ricky Gervais is the finest comedian in the world because he doesn't give a shit if he offends you. He doesn't care about offending people. He's there to tell jokes, and if people get offended by that, why are you at a comedy show then?
Yeah.
Why are you there watching a comedian if you're going to get annoyed by stuff? He's very un-PC, and I love it. I think Ricky Gervais is brilliant.
Nah, like Ricky
think-
I love-
Gervais or Dave
I
Chappelle, if
love
either
your
one of them would have been
opinions.
up there. Yeah.
They're very nice. But in the third world, someone made a joke like that and got shot. So yeah, that's why. That's why I don't show. Like when it comes to I'm gonna like the Will Smith thing. I'm just gonna take it in one. Just gonna take it briefly. Someone talks like that about my wife. Yes, I'm gonna apply the Colombian attitude to it. Fuck him and basically just shot him like the other guy.
Gee.
And but going on, like I'm not the a lot about movies, guys, and I'm sorry for it, but I'm gonna put my really trashy, awful opinion on it because I'm ignorant on that. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right, it's why we love you, man.
So in my case, well, I saw, well, I don't know a few of those, but I know Will Smith, okay? I know Will Smith. I'm not that dumb. But I know him from fucking Men in Black and Bad Boys, well, especially Will Smith driving that Ferrari and the Porsche, and that's one.
Yeah.
And so those are like kind of, and also Independence Day. No, that actually a movie back
Oh
then
yeah,
kinda made me laugh.
that's a good film. I mean,
Just
for the
I
laughs.
remember as a kid, just just laughing at Will Smith of him kicking that stupid alien off of the fucking spaceship was
Welcome to
for me
Earth.
was yeah, for me
Yeah.
was just stupidly hilarious. But I was a kid back then.
Yeah.
I swear, there's something always funny whenever Will Smith's near aliens, you know? I mean, kind of going back to Men in Black for a second, I mean, I know there's this one scene towards the end of the film where the cockroach is, like, trying to go to another spaceship that's, like, you know, in some area, and Will Smith thinks it's outside the box, so he looks at for, like, something to get his attention, and he sees some cockroaches in like, a dumpster, right? And he crushes one of them, and then, the alien's like, huh? And then Will Smith's like, uh-oh. I'm sorry. Was that your auntie?
Oh yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
crushes another one and saying,
That's
"Oh, that
hilarious.
must be your uncle." Like that.
Yeah.
I always laugh at that scene. It's like, you know, you both look alike. And
Yeah, the
it's like,
first one in Black
well,
will always be
well,
the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first one is just
Oh, yeah,
it's
the
just
first one.
extremely hilarious.
And Tommy Lee Jones was brilliant.
Yeah.
in that
oh
film.
yeah, Tommy
So-
Lee Jones.
And then you
I
had
love
Rip
that dude.
Torn as well.
Oh yeah, I miss Rip Torn.
Oh, dude, Rip Torn. What a
We're not
fucking
pulling
guy.
another intergalactic kegger.
Yeah. That sounded like him as well. We're not pulling another intergalactic kegger. Dude. So good. What a ledge. But I think we
You
covered
know-
that list pretty well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one I liked is the one of the Ocean's 13 movies. That the Ocean's movies. That was actually
Dude,
pretty nice.
Those are great
that-
films.
that-
I mean, I saw the originals with obviously the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and Dean Martin.
Yeah.
So that was
Mhm.
that was when the films originally
The
came out,
OGs.
and I thought the remakes were going to be kind of shit, but they did a good job.
No, there is
And-
one with women though. I remember there is an Ocean's. With
Yeah,
women.
they've made one that's full of women. as
No
well.
one, no one gave
Yeah,
a fuck.
that-
Yeah, just like nobody
and-
watched the all-female
But-
Ghostbusters either, did they?
Oh God, don't
No.
we don't speak of that Ghostbusters.
No, thank you.
Leave it in the trash.
Like, I'm all for equality and
Yeah.
whatnot, yeah, but there's a limit to the
Yeah.
equality. I think it becomes ridiculous at stage.
But for me,
Yeah.
like the first and the third Ocean's movies are absolutely amazing. The
Oh,
one
yeah.
with the third one with Al Pacino,
Ah.
and the first one with Andy Garcia. For me, they are like the best ones.
Oh,
I like they is like when you see the antagonist, the first one Andy Garcia just makes it so well. Like it's so
yeah,
fucking-
he's actually a very
it's-
underrated actor, Andy Garcia.
Yeah, like it fits so well in the typical stereotypical Las Vegas casino owner. It's like, and he's not evil, but he looks like that. He has like he looks like a complete dickhead because he's
Yeah.
a casino owner, of course. And you want them to be getting robbed. And the third one is like they put I love Al Pacino because of Scarface and all that, but they made it look so like you hate it at the first time. It's like, oh, this guy is he deserves to be kicked in the balls right now. He almost killed one of the guys. Like he almost killed one with a heart attack. So fuck him. I hope he gets fucking robbed into his ass. And that's why I love the first and third movies. They are like so nice. When it comes to the antagonists, they actually make you hate them with all the rest. Like I kind of love the crew and all the trickery of the robbing the casinos. All the second one is kind of a flop. I don't know why they added that French guy out of the way. I like the styling and how they managed to especially how they robbed the place in there in Europe, but out of the way the story's kind of bleh. But out of the way, yeah. For me, those are like the actor that was there. I'm a complete idiot on the name, so don't judge me on that. And yeah, the one of the of DiCaprio, I know him more about the Wolf of Wall Street. That is kind of like my
Yeah,
Bible
that's
when it comes
another
to
good film.
business.
God, that
The
is such a
Wolf
good
of
film.
Wall
I know it's like 3 hours long, but that was another film I forgot to mention about Leonardo DiCaprio. That's such a good film, and it's even based on a true story, I believe, like an actual stockbroker.
Didn't it
and all
also
that.
have a thin Jonah Hill in there as well?
I
I
think so.
love that movie. It's absolutely. I can't stop seeing that movie.
And what Gangs of New York is another good one. Not just with
Oh,
him,
yeah.
but with that other iconic actor. What's his name?
New York was that was the Scorsese, wasn't it?
Yeah. But
Oh my!
There's one actor that's been in a lot of good stuff. Like he was in Last of the Mohicans. Daniel Day-Lewis. Like
there you
Daniel
go.
Day-Lewis
Daniel
should be at
Day-Lewis.
the top of this list if you want to add somebody. Daniel Day-Lewis. Like there's so many great movies that he has been a lead role in, including Gangs of New York and like Last of the Mohicans and let's see, what was that other one where he plays an oil tycoon? And he also plays Lincoln, I think, in the Lincoln movie. But yeah, another great actor.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
a very good character actor.
we're talking about adding like fucking people to the list
Go for
now.
it.
You know what? Revisiting to the Men in Black thing, Tommy Lee Jones. There's another great film that he was in, Batman Forever.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh yeah, that's a good.
That's trash.
I'm sorry.
How dare
I'm
you?
sorry.
If
I feel
have
sorry
to
for
add-
that bastard.
I had.
Poor
If I have to
Tom.
add another actor, I will add Jamie Foxx. I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I saw one of the movies,
It's a
but I
good
don't
pick.
remember
He
one.
was great in Ray.
Is
He was a great Ray Charles.
It's from
He was-
Ray Charles, that one, and the other that I don't know if it was like he actually made one of the movies that he actually makes a kind of a gangster like a gang, but like a super Italian and competing with the Italian gangsters, but it was just black people. I don't know what it is, but I think it's for me it's like one of the I really enjoyed that movie because in the final.
Now you mentioned like Jamie Foxx, Red.
Mhm.
Like another great film he was in was fucking No Way Home. I loved him as Electro. Like they finally got his character Electro right. They did it so much better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2. They actually gave that man fucking justice because I've said this for years. You know, about even Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield and Jamie Foxx are fucking good actors, and when they were in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they were given the finger in that film. And it's so good to see that they finally got their justice. You know,
If we are going to add people, I shall add my favorite actor of all time onto this
Alright.
list. Michael Douglas is my favorite actor of all time.
Michael Douglas.
I love Michael Douglas. You don't see him too much anymore. He's on Netflix in a show called The Kaminsky Method, which is a comedy. But I think Michael Douglas is obviously his dad was the great Kirk Douglas, Spartacus. And then he started off in Streets of San Francisco with Carl Malden in the 70s. And then sort of moved into movies, did a lot of stuff with Danny DeVito. And he did thriller movies. He did Basic Instinct with Sharon Stone. He's done Romancing the Stone. Oh God, Jewel of the Nile. And my favorite Michael Douglas film of all time as well. Jesus Christ, the name's just left me. Oh, don't do this to me now.
Can I throw it in? I think I'm hoping that we're thinking about the same movie because ironically, it's by the same director that came.
Is it Falling Down?
Yes.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, I mean that's weird. He made such a great movie with Falling Down, right? He directed Falling Down, and that's one of my favorite Michael Douglas movies. And Riley and I are always quoting like Michael Douglas's character when we're heading home, like "Clear a path, we're going home."
Yeah, defense. I'm just trying to get home.
It's such an awesome movie. I don't know if that's the one you were talking about.
Yeah,
though.
that was the one, dude. That was the one. Falling Down, defense.
But
you go from
Foster,
Falling Down
defense.
to Batman and Robin.
how does that happen?
Yeah, that doesn't make any
What
sense.
the fuck,
does
dude?
it? Schumacher's done quite a lot of pretty good films as
I
well,
know,
but
He
he
must
done
have been
dropped
on
the ball
that.
there with Batman and Robin, didn't he?
I
He
think
must have been on a hell of a lot of fucking
what I
drugs
think
making
is
Forever
he was
and Robin.
He was a great director, but I think he was also like a huge like Adam West campy '60s Batman fan. And when they brought him on board to take the reins from Tim Burton for Batman Forever, look, I like Val Kilmer. He's a great actor too, and I loved him in Tombstone. So that's along with
Well, you should if you're a big fan of Top Gun, right?
yeah, of course. And that was a very heartfelt scene between Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick. Not spoiling anything, but anyways, yeah, I mean, another great actor. And I think he would have been a decent Batman if he would have been given more time. But obviously, he didn't want to come back for Batman and Robin. But that was just an awful movie. Like, Two-Face
He
didn't
won't
feel like
beat
Two-Face.
Keaton, though, will he?
Riddler didn't feel like Riddler. And look, you had Jim Carrey, you had Tommy Lee Jones, you had Val Kilmer, and it's still a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like-
It's not fair, is it? Really? Kind of. I mean, Joel Schumacher has done a couple of decent films in his time, though, as well. He's done Phone Booth with Colin Farrell, and brilliant performance from Kiefer Sutherland as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like it goes back to what I mentioned earlier about like with Andrew Garfield and Jamie Foxx, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, like the studios basically just screw over really good actors. They make them get into really shit films, like with really bad writing, and like for some actors that ends up being their legacy at some point, which thankfully isn't the legacy of like Jim, Val, or Tom,
Yeah.
like God, it's terrible
Thankfully,
films.
Michael Douglas's legacy is a pretty spotless one. In all fairness, I
Exactly.
haven't seen a Douglas film that's rubbish. If I'm honest with you, I haven't. He's done some very, very good films.
Yeah.
But
Falling
sorry,
Down, though, I'm
nothing-
so glad you fucking reminded me of that, GB. It's such a great film. My God, I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to make Jess watch it. She's never seen it.
Yes.
So
Sorry, but nothing can beat Jared Leto in his latest acting on Morbius.
God.
That's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
way. That's
Not
the
more
basically that's the new legacy
Morbius.
that is too new for us as humans to
Oh, yeah,
understand.
yeah. He
He
went
didn't
from
have much of a
maybe-
legacy in the first place, did he?
Like,
So the
he
fact that
went
he's got
from
this
being a
now-
fucking cultist to being an asshole to his, colleagues on set to being a very shit Joker and now being a very shit Morbius.
Not only that, but then you got to
Yeah.
add in his shit music career too.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And
Does he produce music? No way. He produced music.
Yeah, 30
No.
seconds. 30 seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
Oh my
That-
god.
that's his
his band.
original claim to fame was that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no. And I thought
So if you like
Tyrese
angsty
was
emo
bad.
music, then Jared Leto is for you. Do you know what
Okay,
I've always
yeah.
seen Jared Leto as? A poor man's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's trying his best to be a character actor, but he really can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas Jake Gyllenhaal is another honourable mention, a very good actor. Very good.
Oh yeah, that's a very good.
I always
mention.
thought he would have been a good Joker in his younger years. Very
know,
good Joker.
I'll be honest. I loved him as Mysterio in Far From Home. Like
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home. Like he was such a good Mysterio.
He's a very good actor. He's one of those guys who genuinely does put his heart and soul into his acting. You know, he'll like lock himself up for 6 weeks trying to learn a role or whatever. He's supposed to be very good.
But
I
come
think-
on, Sony. Morbius 2 wins. I want that. Come on.
Sadly,
It's
I think
Morbius
it's actually
2.
happening.
Mobbing time.
Morbius
I'd rather
2
wait
is
40
Morbin
years
time.
for GTA 6 than wait for Morbius 2, thanks.
Morbius 2.
The only thing I
It's
liked about
Morbin time.
Morbius was Matt Smith.
I agree. I mean, did you watch the video I sent
Doctor.
you, GB?
Yeah, I watched it.
It's a good video. I mean, I agree. Matt Smith would have been fucking phenomenal as like Morbius. Like just like how Tom Hardy's really good as like Venom, in my opinion. Like.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
feel bad for the original Morbius. Now you can just pronounce that without chuckling. It's like because you're gonna relate it mainly.
The funny
for
thing
the
is,
stupid
like,
movie.
back in the day when Morbius was just a Spider-Man villain, like, most people just saw him as a one-time Spider-Man
Yeah.
villain that would just appear every now and then. Like, he was in the 90s cartoon. He was one of the reasons why probably Spider-Man's, started turning into the human spider. Like, he was a good villain in the 90s cartoon and the comics. Like, he's very fucking menacing, right?
Yeah.
And then you come to 2022. It only took like
Yeah.
a weekend and a half for Sony to shit on the legacy of a fairly decent villain.
It's sad
Like,
because in the
yes.
trailer,
Well
I was
done.
actually impressed by the trailer of how scary they were making Morbius look. Like, wow, they're actually making him look
Yeah.
like a legit scary vampire.
Yeah.
And then you watch the
CGI
film and you're like,
And
Yeah,
Yeah,
and don't
CGI
forget
even
as
rated
well,
R.
hilarious.
I think Tom Cruise portrays a more scarier vampire than
Exactly. He comes across as seductive
Jared
one
Leto.
moment and scary the next moment, you know?
Like, here's the thing as well, right? As well, another thing regarding Morbius is, like, because he's a Spider-Man character, in the original trailers, there was Spider-Man references in there. Like, there was a Spider-Man graffiti poster, which was literally just a Raimi suit from Insomniac's Spider-Man game, just plastered on a wall with murder on there, which was probably implying to some people, maybe thinking, oh, this could be connected to Far From Home, with the aftermath of that film, Like, people were like, oh, that's actually really interesting. And then you watch the film, that is gone. Nowhere to be seen. The Daily Bugle paper, gone as well. The only quote-unquote reference to the Spider-Man MCU, really, is... you know what, fuck, I'm just going to spoil it. Like, is Michael Keaton's Vulture appearing
Yeah.
at the end of the film. That's the only reference.
And
Oh
that's
my
just
God.
forced in at the end. And
Dude.
both end credits.
Yeah.
You've just read my mind somehow, Kane. You literally, I was just about to say at the end of this, like, just wrapping up this whole comic book movie talk, how excited are you on a scale of 1 to fucking ecstatic that Michael Keaton is going to be donning the Batman suit again?
Oh, you know what? That's actually really cool.
In the
He's,
Flash movie,
coming
he
back.
is going to be playing Batman.
If they can find Ezra.
This is a good point, yeah. But I'm just excited to just hear that voice once more and see that, that beautifully crafted chin. I'm genuinely excited. I can't wait. Michael Keaton has always been my favorite Batman. So seeing that is gonna, and now all I need to complete my life is a Beetlejuice movie for a second time, and that's it. We're good.
I think that's actually in the works.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think they're bringing back
brilliant.
Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and I think they're even going to bring on Johnny Depp.
Oh wow, that's going to be pretty
That's
cool.
the rumor. So.
Let me guess. Tim Burton is up. It's on.
Yeah.
Is up
Tim
there.
Burton has
Well,
to
you'd
be.
only know
Yeah,
Tim Burton's
but-
doing it if his wife's
It
in
has to be.
What's her name?
No, they're not. I don't think Helena Bonham Carter's with him anymore. I think they kind of separated.
Yeah, but he still stuffs her in every.
Yeah,
he
but she's a
forces her
phenomenal
down your
actress,
throat.
though. Unlike
She's subpar.
Rob Zombie's wife, who's a terrible actress, Helena Bonham Carter's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but Rob Zombie does make some pretty awesome films. I enjoyed.
Devil's Rejects is the only
Three
Rob
from Hell.
Zombie film I liked. The others were.
You didn't like 3 from Hell?
I never watched it.
That
I
was a
heard it
continuation.
awful. I don't
It's a
think it deserved. I don't
continuation
think there
of
should have been a continuation. I think the way From Hell ends is perfect. Like Devil's Rejects. I mean, the way Devil's Rejects ends is perfect. I don't think it needed a third movie.
Yeah, I suspect. Yeah, you're probably right. I think we are getting bogged down with movies here, gentlemen.
Yeah,
this is a whole
just
nother
we have,
episode.
one,
yeah.
of
we have one more
Prickast, isn't it?
question, I think, don't we?
Yeah, and it's from Snake
Yeah.
Freesia, so for God's sake.
Yeah, go on. Let's get it over and done with, chaps.
Right, so Mr. Slowly's question was, worst... I know what he's meant to say here, but he spelled it wrong. He said, worst matrimonial custom. That's all he said.
Not
he didn't
wearing
even
a
pick
pink tie to a wedding.
Yeah, I've never been to a wedding in my life. I'm having one at the end of the month, but I've never been to one.
I guess worst ones that we've heard of.
Okay,
Good.
Jewish weddings kind of suck. Not gonna lie. Jewish weddings suck. I
Isn't
mean,
there
it's
like
just,
a plate broken or something?
yeah, it's a glass. It's a crystal glass within a silk handkerchief.
Okay.
I don't think
And,
that's the
yeah.
worst thing, but it's kind of silly.
Well, it's a fucking frivolous waste of glass, isn't it?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, come on.
There's no need to waste that glass. Fucking glass lives matter. You know,
That's a new movement. GLM.
it is.
Make it
Glass
trend.
lives matter. If you don't respect your glass, well, then you're not a decent human being. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I would say the worst marriages are the ones that are quote unquote arranged, where the people don't love
Oh
each
my
other,
God, yeah.
and they
Yeah.
don't have really one or both don't really have a choice in who they're marrying.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. You know, Jewish marriages are often arranged as well. And, you know, in typical Jewish fashion, it's not a family member that does the arranging. You go to a person and pay them to arrange your marriage for you. So it's like a wedding planner, only you're forced into doing it. Like, that's a legit thing. You can actually pay
We
someone.
live in the 20th century now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
this
come
this
on.
sort of shit may have flown 100 years ago, but now there's no point there, really. Everybody has the... If you have the freedom to sexually identify as a paperclip, then you've got the freedom to marry whoever you want. Right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. I hope that covers your question there, Mr. Slowly. Although I've got to tell you, man, that was a god-awful question. A god-awful question. It really was.
Yeah, like I think it was directed to you. It was like, oh yes, the worst matrimonial customs is that asshole that made me put a pink
Pink bow tie. That's why he said it. He's like, you know what?
Oh,
Fuck
God.
you, Mike, for making me wear pink.
Guess what, Snake? We're never letting you go for throwing a shit fit about it.
Oh yeah, that will be a thing forever. In fact, when you get monetized, Mr. Slowly, and it will happen one day, I recommend that your member badge should be a pink bow tie.
Yeah. This is the Streisand effect. Even if he doesn't like wearing pink, okay, just wear the bow tie. It would have been no big deal because Kane would have to wear it, Yuji would have to wear it, everyone would have to wear it, right? No big deal. By complaining about it, by bitching and moaning about having to wear a pink tie, you made it a big deal, and it gives us ammunition to use against you, Snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on now.
especially
Not that
me.
we didn't have enough ammunition as it already is, Mr. Slowly. You have just given
Yeah.
us more. God bless you, man. We
No,
love-
Mike. I do not want to wear a pink bow tie.
I don't do pink. Just like I don't do PvP. Yeah, we love you, Mr. Slowly, but you are a mental case.
Yeah, you know me, Snipers. You know me that anything someone gets mad off or something, I just take it to make his life miserable. You know me better. That's why when it comes to like you can ask the gaming Jew for that. Like he is in a combo today. He assisted 2 times, that's admirable. Like sometimes it's like playing bingo. So sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. It's like today is a combo. He assisted 2 times, so there you go. You see, well done. So that's why, Mr. Slowly, you give me just a few tips. I will make a torch out of it. Sorry for it, but. Yes.
You know what? I genuinely, I do love Mr. Slowly. He's a good man, but he doesn't half give us just ammunition. We could probably dedicate a whole Prickcast to Mr. Slowly's stupid ideas or stupid sentences or just everything, isn't it? You know.
I think he's been mentioned at least once during all 5.
Yeah,
I think he has. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's been the only consistent thing, really, hasn't it? It's been Mr. Slowly being shit on.
His name usually comes up. Fat's name usually comes up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? We've got an unusual cast of characters within our collective communities, and it's bloody marvelous.
Yeah.
Because they have the most extravagant topics, you know. They
Yeah.
have the most extravagant behaviors.
Oh,
that
yeah.
are just,
And that's why we love them.
That's
That's why we love
that's
them.
true. Yeah.
Because they're extravagant and, you know, they're unlike usual people, and that's great. Go against the grain, break the mold, do all that la-di-da-di, every inspirational speech ever. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
If you're hearing this, FCG, no, I'm not gonna do Falcon Lost with you. Fuck off. So
And stop hiding behind buildings when we're playing Fortnite.
yes. Yeah, next time help me out. That would be fantastic.
Oh my god, have you played Warzone with FCG? All he does is
No,
drive around
yeah.
the whole time.
Really?
I remember.
I'm like, FCG, I'm being shot. He's like, I'm just driving away. What do you mean you're driving away, man? Get here and help me shoot. He's already
Now
smoked
you
off
know
in a
the
Jeep.
pain.
It's
Yeah,
like,
you know
what
the
are you
pain.
doing, bro? Honestly.
I had the same yesterday. Like, you can ask GB for it. Like, I was basically ganged up by 3 motherfuckers in Fortnite. And FCG, when I got killed, I was basically in a burst of kicking him in the balls.
And bear in mind, Riley and I were
He was-
already dead, by the
it
way.
was just-
We had already been
Oh,
killed.
no. Oh my
He
god.
was shooting a fucking wall, dude. I was like, oh,
He's got no shame, has he? He's got no shame at all. Fat, we love you, but you are a very shameful man.
Yeah, and then in
Honestly.
his
Yeah, like-
inventory of everything, because you're only limited to like a certain number of items in Fortnite. Like,
Yeah.
you can put like whatever you want, like some guns, med kit, like shield jars. What does he have in his freaking inventory that's taking up space? Sweet corn.
Why has he got sweet corn?
Fucking sweet corn.
Oh my god, help me, FCG. I've got sweet corn. What? Oh my god. Legend.
Why did he have fucking sweet corn?
Dude, he's picked. You could not have picked. Red's dying. GB and Riley are already dead, and Red's getting shot to death, and he's thinking about planting his sweet corn to make another crop.
Oh,
That is-
that was the sweet corn. That was I have a sweet corn. I was like, why are you not carrying any more weapons? It's because well, you can blame it on because it was like his first. Well, not even his first time, but the
First time he's
fantastic
actually really
play.
getting into Fortnite, but
Yeah, but if you're playing a battle royal, I think we can all agree that even if it's your first time, sweet corn is pretty useless.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those quick
Yeah,
things
that's
you
true.
pick up to eat just to get a little bit of health back. You don't stock that into your inventory. That's very limited. Yeah,
And forget about carrying weapons.
med mist, not sweet corn fat.
I mean, sweet corn's only good if you don't have any of the med mist or the health stuff and all that. Like, that's the only time it's
Yeah.
acceptable just to use
Desperate
it.
times.
So FCG's
Exactly.
role in that team was as the glorified caterer, and not a very good one either,
And
because all he
bullet
had was
sponge.
sweet corn.
Yeah,
Bullet- Oh
yeah,
my god.
he's more like like those laser guided missiles. He's like the laser. Like he basically just points at people and he's getting shot at. So you know already that there is people. There's like, oh, okay, there is people, and
Yeah.
you just start shooting them. But he's a good He is a good bullet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Nice meat shield.
Yeah, so meanwhile,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Riley, Red, and me are getting the kills, and getting the victory royales, while Fat's being our distraction.
Yeah, you guys are collecting kills. He's collecting sweet corn and bullets.
They're focused on
And
him,
all
so we can focus on the ones trying to kill him.
It's like go FCG, go and
Brilliant.
and serve as a distraction puppet to everyone else.
That's brilliant, isn't it? So if he's nothing,
got-
he's a very good distraction.
Well, I do have a quick tier
Yeah.
list. So S rating, I put at the moment for people that play with me. Riley and Ram King are S tier. Kane and Red are A tier. UG and me are B tier. D tier is Fat.
Yeah.
I need to play with you now, GB, and see where I end
They'll
up.
have to decide where maybe you'll go B tier. We'll have to see.
Well, I mean, first games I played with Kane and Red, I think you were there as well, weren't you? I was dropping 11 kills a game, and we got like 5 victory
Okay,
royales.
so maybe a B tier, maybe an A tier. Okay.
Well, I guess we'll
I mean,
see.
you got that.
I
You
mean,
got that Warzone experience, just like
Well, that's
Ram
what
King has the Vanguard experience.
That's what I couldn't stop saying during the playing it. I was like, "Oh, I've got Warzone experience. I'm going to be really good." And then I got shit on by the fucking Dwayne Johnson. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I
Don't
remember
worry.
when you pissed off like the NPC of the Rock.
yeah." I went in there and was like, "Oh,
Foundation,
there's somebody
yeah.
here. I'm going to shoot him." And then I got shat on.
Yep.
I remember when that happened.
Yeah,
So,
don't
yeah.
worry that Fat is not alone on the D tier. A Snake is with him.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh
a
my
snake.
God, yes, Snake!
Yeah,
Snake
remember.
was-
Remember.
Snake was our colleague
Snake.
on the first stream of Fortnite that I did. Snake was there, and honest to God, you thought Fat was bad. Snake was getting shot at and then proceeded to shoot the exact opposite direction from where the bullets were coming at him from. So if he's getting shot from the front, he turned around and starts shooting behind him.
Yeah.
I don't shoot the bullets, Mike.
Well, at least Fat's not alone on the tier.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
That's-
Actually,
company.
now you mentioned slowly. I remember one time in that stream, we were playing. We were very close to getting some people down. Snake was nowhere to be seen, and we all got fucking jumped at that point.
Yeah.
And he was like just wandering around. We were like, Snake, what are you doing? And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm looking around for supplies.
Yeah, he was
Right.
he was raiding crates while we were all getting shot to shit. He's just
Exactly.
going around going, "Oh, I could take this home. Oh, look, a bowl. Oh, there's some grass here. Oh my God, stop it, Snake. We're dead."
Yeah, come on.
Brilliant.
Come
We're
on,
like,
Snake.
just get our
time,
cards.
next time, just pick some sweet corn, and so you can get.
You in
with-
fact can have the sweet
with-
corn on the D tier.
Jeez.
Oh,
So I
Lord.
think that pretty much wraps it up, right, gentlemen?
Yep, that's pretty much it. Before the big wedding, and before we go, let's plug everybody's channels. We'll let the man of the hour, who's about to say his vows and marry the woman of his life for the rest of his days. Mike, what's happening on your channel before your wedding and after your wedding and during the events that are going to be taking place?
Well, I am, as I said in the chat earlier on, which no one else has seen, but I'm gonna now start playing Fortnite at least once a week. I'm gonna try and get into it a little bit and experience it a bit more and see how it goes. I'm also thinking about giving PUBG a go, and obviously I'll stick to my usual crap of Warzone and GTA at the weekends. During the wedding, I am going to be putting up some in real life stuff with Kane and UG and Snake, so that should. And then after the wedding, I'm genuinely not sure. I am going to start playing Vice City Definitive Edition with Pedestrians Riot on. I'm going to try and 100% that, so that might be quite fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just do whatever I want, whenever I want, and sometimes it flies, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah.
Red, I noticed you are streaming once again. Are you going to be continuing playing some GT7?
Yeah, I started like back. Thanks to you and you that helped me out with the graphic with the card. I was planning to actually do more Forza, but at the same time, the card is more focused on a PS2 project that I have in mind.
Yes.
Interesting.
And also, but yeah, maybe I will bring back more racing streams. They are like chilled out and like I don't take it too seriously. It's more for getting money and all that stuff. Maybe I will do some Division, just helping people out. I know FCG is gonna. Do you help me get my striker set back? Yeah, maybe I will help him out, but
Right.
that maybe if
Come on.
if Jupiter.
You and Red Division stream. Make it happen.
Yeah,
Oh
maybe
my
if
God, yeah.
Jupiter and Saturn aligned, maybe I will have like
I think it'll take more than just Jupiter and Saturn being aligned. I think it's the entire fucking solar system, plus
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
comets, plus dwarf planets, plus asteroids.
Yeah.
yeah. But that's the like maybe I will like since the cats are behaving at night, so maybe I will just getting back to it. Yeah, I'm stream whatever I want to, same as Mike. I will stream whatever I want, and that's how I work too. And yeah, and I hope that the PlayStation 2 project works. I will just test it first, and if it works, yeah, that's gonna be
I'm excited
a
for that.
pretty
Man. I
regular,
gotta tell you, I'm
a pretty regular thing.
I'm genuinely excited for Red's PS2 project. I can't wait because you'd mentioned obviously your favorite true crime game as well. So I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the first if it works.
That would be amazing, dude. I can't wait. I'm sticking around for the whole thing and I'm just going to be living nostalgia. I hope it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Kane, what's happening over at your channel?
Not much at the moment. I'm kind of taking it slow right now. Obviously because in a few days, obviously I'm going down to meet the Mr. Gaming Jew man to do some funny videos with him. But I do plan on doing one stream like probably this coming week when this episode of the Prickcast releases. Probably on the Wednesday, I think, when it releases. I'll be doing the new round-based map for Vanguard Zombies. With Riley and Ram King. We're gonna see if it's shit. Spoiler alert: it probably will be because it's fucking Vanguard of all things. So that's gonna be interesting. But if you ignore the tragedy that is Call of Duty Vanguard, there's gonna be some absolutely magnificent videos coming out with me, the Gaming Jew, UG Outlaw, and Snake Freesia in the next few days. After, obviously, next week. So keep an eye out for that, folks. Keep an eye out for that.
And speaking of UG, obviously he wasn't here today, but I think he's planning a Fall Guys stream next week or this coming week, as the same week the video comes out.
Yeah, after this weekend, I believe he's coming out with the new season of Fall Guys. It should be really good. He's always enjoyed playing that.
Yeah, so
You should join. I would love to hear you ranting and going ape shit on it. I heard last time you were having a hard time on that game, and you were basically on a
hard time
of sending the game straight to hell. It was fun.
Fucking garbage, but I understand people enjoy it, and that's fine. But it's don't get me started, honestly. But UG loves it, so more power to him. Make sure you head over to UG Outlaw on YouTube if you haven't already. Sure, subscribe to him, and I'm sure he's going to put some. He's got his big Red Dead walk, hasn't he?
Yeah,
inspired by Kane.
Inspired by Kane. So yeah, that's going to be good for him. He's going to enjoy that, I'm sure. So yeah, make sure you head over to his channel and check that out, 100%. And GB, what is coming?
That's a good question because I've kind of been sort of mixing between my channels. A little trial and error. You have this happen. Like sometimes you work on a project, it doesn't go so well. Yeah. But I'm still obviously streaming on the weekends on my main channel. I'm going to be streaming through Spider-Man. I'm going to try to put up some Zelda as well because I'm going to continue playing through Zelda Breath of the Wild. And on Sundays, I'm going to continue focusing on something Red Dead oriented, whether it's Red Dead Redemption multiplayer with UG, Belfast Gamer, or a few others, or my Red Dead Redemption 2 Black Hat series, which is usually once a month, and that goes really well in the views for some reason. People love me riding around as a Black Hat Arthur, just being outright foul and nasty and as mean and degenerate, causing mayhem and destruction wherever I can go in Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode. So I'm going to continue doing that. And video-wise, I'm just, I guess I'm kind of at least trying to focus on one video a week along with additional news stories that drops like Rockstar, GTA Red Dead, or gaming news in general that interests me. So over on GB Fang, I've been, dabbling a little bit in TV movie reviews along with some of my political stuff. And I've been reviewing through Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the final episode of that comes out sometime this week. So I'll review part 6. But if you're interested in my reviews of part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my other Star Wars movie reviews, I did all 9 episodes a while back, and some other stuff as well. Feel free and check out GB Fang. And Riley and I also have a vlogs channel that we post a vlog once a month. And I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the content on my channels. It's just when you focus on more than one channel, you kind of find yourself losing focus at the same time.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. It's I don't know how you do it, honestly, to be able to juggle so many channels like that and have to keep continually coming up with content. But you know, you're good at what you do, man. So
it's easier said than done. It comes back from my radio days because I learned about radio formats like this station's rock, this station's top 40, this station's rap, this station's jazz, this station's this. And I guess I have that same mindset. Like I want to keep my main channel focused on gaming, and anything else I put it on GB Fang, and the vlog channels, the vlogs. Now, there's a lot of other channels out there like, fuck it, I'm just going to throw everything on my channel. And that's their prerogative. They can do it the way they want to do it. We all have a right to run our channel as we so desire. But I just have that mindset where I like to focus each channel on specific things. And most of the time, it doesn't work out so well.
Don't worry, man. I guess we're all still learning at the end of the day, right? And if you ever stop learning, well, then you're in the wrong career.
I agree.
It's always about learning. So.
And with this, we can finish the Prickast number 5 with GB, the Gaming Jew, Kane, and me, and also Yuji that wasn't here. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for listening, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.
You stupid pricks!